face, out of mind like all the time. There's nothing else that feels like it's meant for me, but I've got a sweet escape. Under bright light, illuminate my face. Under bright light, it's shining down on us. Under bright light, illuminate your face. Under bright light, that's when I come alive. See the galaxy's reflection in your eyes. There's nothing that compares to this energy. I've got a sweet escape. Under bright light, illuminate my face. Under bright light, it's shining down on us. Under bright light, illuminate your face. Under bright light, that's when I come alive. faster. Hands up as you fall. Don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall. Spinning faster. Hands up as we fall. Don't know anything at all. Hands up as we fall. Spinning faster. Hands up as we fall. Don't know anything at all. Hands up as we fall. Spinning faster.
Hey, they screaming this is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but I'm my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment. Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any
Welcome back to the final matchups of the season. We got 3 grand finals matchups tonight. We got the challengers, we got the rival division, and we got the Titan League. And man, oh man, Malo, am I excited, buddy.
Oh, Adam, I'm at a loss for words. I'm so excited. Breaking coin, man. I don't. Would you prefer breaking or coin or both or
Either works, buddy. Either works.
All right, man. All right, man. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking at this lineup tonight. Oh man, some banger of a finals matches that we're having here. Grand finals night, final night of the season. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be some wild matchups. But first up, we got the Griffins versus the Venom. Any predictions, Mela, for how the series is going to go?
Yeah. So when we did the pre-show the other day, I went with the Griffins over the Venom in 5 games, which, I do that, but honestly, looking at these teams and the way Venom has been going, I may regret that decision because Venom has been on a tear in this playoff run.
Definitely coming back from a 3-1 deficit in their last series. It's going to be an interesting one, but I got the Griffins in 6. They're just too strong. They got that man for it. Challenge at the midline every single time. So I am going with Fort and the Griffins. And it seems like the chat agrees, as a whopping 131,000 points are out for the Griffins versus the 28,000 for Venom. So a lot of support there for the Griffins.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the players I think we're going to have to watch out for on the Venom side is going to be Yukio. He's a veteran. Him and Bowser. Oh man, I can't wait to see how they do against this Griffins team.
Absolutely, as we're going to run right into it. Both teams joined up, ready to go as we are past that 8 o'clock start time. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. Is Fort going to go up to the kickoff? He's going to follow the one, leaves it. Bazink's going to dish it out to that corner. Fort is going to bang it downfield. Hundo off the back wall, up to Fort, but Fort gets bumped. A little redirect clear for the Venom as both teams feeling each other out right now. And I'm curious to see how each strategy unfolds for both of these teams right now, as it seems like Venom right now is the more defensive team, Mallow.
Yeah, they are, and that's surprising considering who they have on offense with Hundo, who just got demoed by Yukio. Hundo's by far one of the best players in Challenger League, and to see them already, not necessarily struggling, but to take a little more time to get on offense is a little surprising to me.
Yeah, it really is, but just early on, it's so hard to figure out who is going to run away with this series, let alone run away with this game, as those championship nerves are definitely in play. Being on the big screen with all of the fans watching from home, as that's a good fake, Lusaka, and he goes for the bump, but he can't get it. That was almost a very good solo play coming out of Lusaka. And other than Fort, I mean, who would you like to see, shine from this Griffins team?
Man, all three of them are great players, and they work so well together. They're aggressive, they're demo-y, bumpy, they challenge well in the midfield, and I don't think there's really anyone in particular that you can call out here because they all do well together, and that's honestly what I would want to see is all three showing up here.
Yeah, and that's honestly more dangerous than, having one player on your team go crazy, because if all of your teammates can play consistent, then, there's really, and what a save there coming on through. That's almost an open net. Bowsy back just in time. Another bump. I see what you mean now. These bumps coming in for the Griffins, playing very aggressive, but back to the consistency. I mean, when you have a team where all three of your players are consistent, it's a recipe for success, and Fort is going to score the first goal of the series.
Hundo being involved as always shows why he is one of the top players in Challenger, passing it to full-time alcoholic who was basically out of boost there, which was a good thing a good pass there by Hundo, and maybe he even recognized it. So with Challenger, I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. As the save comes through, but Venom gonna clap back with a goal of their own.
Yeah, that's a great job there by Venom, answering right back, and Louis Saka just didn't have the boost, and perfect placement there by that Venom team.
I believe it was Bowsy from the top ropes, passing it down to Bazinks. Bowsy crashing downfield, but tries a little bit too fast past the ball. Yukio, last one back. Gonna get it past multiple defenders. That's an open net. Hundo cannot get the save. Is third man gonna be there? He is.
And of course, we're talking about the aggression and the demos by the Griffins here, but oh man, the Venom team, they're doing the same thing. And as we continue here on the kickoff, because I think we lost Breaking Coin here for a second. But what I'm seeing here is an amazing show of offense and defense on both. Welcome back, buddy.
Welcome back. Discord tragically crashing there on me. A lot of weird bugs going on with these new Discord updates. I mean, this one has been the worst of them all, in my opinion. Is seems like Venom is holding their lead from when I was last back here, and it seems like Griffin just cannot find their footing right now in the second half.
Yeah, they really can't. But what I was saying when you got kicked out there, because I don't believe you caught it, was we talked about Griffin's demos and aggression and stuff. But look at Venom; they're doing the same thing, and that I think that's what you need to do sometimes is meet aggression with aggression.
Absolutely, is hitting an aggressive team head on can definitely throw them off, as they're expecting the other team to play, tighter defense. If you throw that right back at them, if they're not used to adjusting to that, it could completely throw them off. And it seems like it has, as that's a close shot on net, but a little bit wide. And one player I'd like to see get involved is Lusaka. He's kind of had a quiet game so far. He had that one play in the beginning where he got the double fake, but he just cannot seem to get into the play, and Bazink is going to score.
Oh man, you talk about Louis Saka there. He was going for a demo. I don't know if that put him out of position or not, but either way, there was nobody back there on defense, and I don't know where the Griffins were, but this is almost kind of surprising to see game one like this. But Griffins during the entire regular season, they went game 5, I believe, 50% of the time, and were 8 for 10. So they're an endurance type team. So we'll see if they continue that trend here.
Yeah, we will see, as a game 7 could be a possibility. Zink's gonna redirect it off the back ball for nice little clear down to I6 Hundo. Yukio back to Fort, gonna get 50 though. Yukio's gonna grab that boost as Lusaka gonna try to get past one, cannot get the second touch. Little pass down by Hunto, can he get another one? And second man is there, Lusaka showing up when his team needs him.
Hold up. This game is not over yet, and that is why I have not said anything about this game being locked down, because we're talking about the Griffins here, and this game ain't over until that ball hits the ground with 0 seconds remaining in regulation, not OT.
Absolutely, as the Griffins are capable of scoring at any time, and Luisiak is going to have to pop this up. This could be the end, and it is. Game 1, Venom.
Oh, man. I thought we were about to go into some wacky overtime situation there. Griffins, I think they were pretty good that game. Just a couple of defensive mistakes, but I mean, it's game 1, it's grand finals. You were here last season, but you actually FF'd or forfeited, so they're looking for revenge. So I wouldn't expect them to go quietly here. But Breaking, I've heard a lot of the teams, both on stream and off, they use game 1 as kind of a feeler to see what the other team is like. So do you think the Griffins are doing the same thing?
Yeah, I think, it's a marathon. Like you said, both teams are going to be feeling each other out. They're going to be testing different strategies against these teams, and they're going to figure out what works and what doesn't. And these matchups are going to become closer and closer. And it really is up to one of these teams to make a massive adjustment in order to take the first stretch towards a more dominant victory, as 3 men up for Griffins. Gonna leave Lusaka in a weird spot, but gonna drop it down. Gonna leave it to Hundo. Hundo's gonna follow it up out the sidewall. Nobody challenging there. Zink's the last one back. Good passing play, and Fort's gonna score again.
It was a beautiful passing play there by Hundo, and again, here we are. We're talking about Hundo in a scoring play, and I think we probably will be doing this a lot this series with the Griffins. 1-0 Griffins on top.
Absolutely, as these passing plays coming out for Griffins have been deadly, and it seems like Fort is on the end of the scoring end, and it's usually backed up by Hundo or Lusaka, and that's just the key with this Griffins team. They gotta get everyone involved. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. The well-oiled machine has got to be a well-oiled machine. And moving forward, that is what I would like to see if they're going to want to take this game 2. But Venom doing a good job at holding him at 1 goal and keeping the pressure. They overcommitted there on that last transition play, but it's not a thing we see very often from Venom.
No, it isn't. And I'm actually surprised on the amount of aggression that Venom is showcasing here. I would have expected full-time alcoholic and the Griffins be the ones aggressive here, but it is the Venom team doing the work, because I recall earlier in the postseason, full-time alcoholic was all over the place, stealing boost, taking some demos in, and I'm seeing that from the Venom instead right now.
Absolutely, as those kinds of plays are what slows down an offense, and it's why this Griffins team hasn't scored very much so far. It's because of the pressure of Venom. I mean, whenever you're demoing like that and you're boost stealing, you slow down the other team, and maybe this Griffins team just isn't used to playing at a slower pace.
Yeah, that I would agree with that. And at the same time, if you start getting demoed over and over again, that can really affect your mental. So you got to try and keep yourself together, especially right now, because this is not the place to let it affect you, because this is for all the marbles.
Absolutely, as everything is on the line for in a 1v1 spot, but gets a little bit of a mistouch. Hundo cuts it off, though. That's an interesting touch, but no, Yukio there for the 50-50. Over to Hundo. Hundo's going to try to get a 50-50. He can't. Lusaka over. And now 1v1 versus Bowsy and Fortin. Bowsy's going to score.
Oh, man. Very little boost there by Bowsy. He had like 12, I think. 12 or 24. That's all you need sometimes to score. So, that comes up with a good point. You don't always need to have more than 50 boost. All you need is roughly about 36 to make a play, and Bowsy showed you didn't even need that.
Absolutely, as he ISO'd that man for in net, and a bounce shot is going to go in for Bowsy again.
Holy, what a touch here by Bowsy. A good 50 there by Yukio, getting that over Bowsy with the great touch. I don't know if he meant to bounce it like that, but still, that was a great job there by the Venom team, and now they're winning this second game so far with about 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and they're in the lead again. Another game for Venom could be trouble for this Griffins team, as you never really want to go down more than 1 goal in the series. And once again, it was looking like it was going to be a 1v1 spot. That's a double commit, but Lusaka gets the save, but no boost to follow it up. Hundo's gonna have to take it away, gets a 50 for another double commit coming out from this Griffins team, and I think they just got to do a little bit of a better job of controlling the ball. Quick one going off for the Griffins. Almost comes through. As Usaka goes for a fake. Hundo going to follow it up, but Bowsy's just going to be there to slam it back down. Usaka back to Fort. Hundo just not going to go upfield. Now Bazink's down to the midfield. Bowsy's there. Second man double commits, though. And now, once again, Griffins are on offense. Quick one on shot. But once again, the defense is coming through, and that is looking like a potential dagger.
Well, they're only down by 2 and about a minute left. I wouldn't say that just yet, but the way Venom has been playing, I could, kind of agree with you here. But it is also the Griffins, the number 1 team, who has been basically plowing through everyone, only losing, I believe it was 2 games during the entire regular season. So, and of course, postseason too, since they're here. Yeah, now the Griffins have a tall task.
They definitely do, and the main reason why I said that is, the Griffins are struggling to take control of this ball. They keep banging it to this Venom team, and then it's either Bazinks or Bowsy who's just controlling it and then blowing the clock out, and that's really what Venom needs to do right here with this last 30 seconds. But Hundo gonna try to make something happen, but no. Once again, Venom is back, ready on defense. And now Fort in an awkward spot, gonna have to clear this one. Hundo Cannot follow it up, and this is now dangerous again. But this could be even more dangerous now. Last back. But no, Hundo cannot get the flick. And that can be it for game number 2. Mallow, that's gotta be tough when you got the open net and you can't get it to go.
Yeah, it really is. And I don't know what we're witnessing right now, but I will say, with Venom getting game 2 here and up on the series 2-0, but I'm surprised to see what's going on right now, because I typically see a lot more demos and bumps by full-time alcoholic, and we're not seeing it as much. But I think you touched it on the head there with the Griffins are just hitting the ball right back to Venom and giving them possession, and they need to keep it close to them. They're winning the 50s in the middle, but outside of that, they're not doing too much on the offensive side. So for sure, the Griffins here have got to come up with something soon. Otherwise, this game 3, it's going to be a long one for them. And then the question is, will they call a timeout if that happens? Right now, I'd say that they need to add those demos and bumps in that they haven't been doing.
Yeah, well, usually it's that man Ford who's facilitating a lot of those kinds of plays, but it seems like he's had to be more on ball in this series than he usually likes to. And I think that goes on to his teammates. His teammates got to be more involved with taking control of the ball and facilitating those passing plays, because he's going to be downfield to pick him up. It just, you got to feed that man. And I know that Hundo is one of those players who's capable. I have not seen a lot from Luisaka, but both these players got to get involved for this Griffins team if they're going to want to come back in the series.
Yeah, absolutely. And I noticed one thing during that post game there. Fort, or full-time alcoholic, waited the entire series for that. Oh my goodness, what a flip reset there by Bazinks, getting past all the defense, and the Venom are up early.
Venom up early with a beautiful flip reset from Bazinks, and Ford just not expecting that solo play coming out of that man Bazinks. And man, oh man, was that a nice shot.
Oh yeah, it really was. And now you got to do something now if you're the Griffins, because you don't want to go down anymore, and you also need to answer quickly to try and say we're not going to let that slide.
No, I mean, I think this is a must-good flip reset by Hundo, getting past one, but they're leaving, their last offender in these weird 1v1 spots, and then, here comes Venom crashing on through, and they're just peppering that net, and they're passing, and it just seems like this Griffins team is really struggling, like you said, to keep possession of the ball and try to get some plays. I mean, they had some success in game 1 and towards the back end of game 2, but it's just they need to do it the entire game, and they have to facilitate the ball between each other. As Fort, it's going to be last back here. Lusaka is going to be up with it, but can't lose his control of the ball. And Yukio is looking like he's going to score here. Gets a flip reset, forces Hundo. What a save by Hundo. As Hundo cannot connect on an open net, Mallow.
Oh my goodness. We're watching, I don't know, we might be watching the destruction of the Griffins here. I can't believe what I'm honestly witnessing, because this doesn't look like the Griffins we've seen all season.
No, absolutely. I mean, I'm used to watching a Griffins team that is so calm and collected with how they play their game, and the double commits, misses are coming out of this team, and Venom just running away with the series.
It just seems like there's no trust on the Griffins side of the ball here. I don't know what it is, but this is completely shocking. I would have expected the series score be opposite. No way, that's in. All right. Wow. Oh my goodness. I would have expected the series score to be the exact opposite right now, but like I said, I'm at a loss for words.
Likewise, I mean, I'm shocked. I mean, there's not many times where you don't hear me this quiet, and I really don't know what we're watching right now. I don't know if it's this Griffith team that is struggling right, and this a little bit of a wide shot, or if it's just the talent coming from this Venom team. I mean, I don't know which it is yet, but I think it's a little bit of both. I think Venom and Hundo showing up for his team as a no touch coming from Venom is gonna get taken advantage of as Griffins finally get on the scoreboard here in this game.
Yeah, it's about time it happened. And now if they score rather quickly off of this kickoff, that's going to help them immensely. Otherwise, they may not be able to score until a little bit later on. But oh man, I was going to say something, and then that goal happened. Well,
And there's another one.
I said it too fast. I read the script and I knew it was coming. But anyway, good touch there by Hundo, and full-time alcoholic in place. Now we got a game, 3-2 though still. Griffins, I think they can get another one here quickly.
Yeah, they might be able to based on how they're playing now. I mean, there's no fear coming from this Griffins team, and now they're doing a better job at spacing those players, trusting each other. The back pass, it's a good back pass. Even if Hundo doesn't have boost, he can grab it and then control the ball. And this is going to be where a lot of the Griffins' success comes from, in my opinion, is controlling the ball, passing it to each other, and then getting the demos to supplement the offense. For just like that. And now they're in full effect. And the Griffins have found their pace, and they're running away with it right now as they've gotten 3 goals, Mallow, within the last 45 seconds.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I wanted to see there. Those demos, those bumps coming in, full-time alcoholic doing exactly what we were talking about. And now we're tied up 3-3, 2:11 remaining. Can they come back on this and take this game?
I think they're going to need to. And based on how they're playing, I think it's possible. They made the switch up, and they made it now. And they got to stick with it. They're getting everyone involved. Somebody is there facilitating the passing play. Someone is banging the ball downfield, and then afterwards they're finding a bump or a demo and then setting up the perfect passing play for that third man. And they gotta keep the 3-touch passing plays going, and if they can do that, I think Griffins are gonna have an easier time in this series moving forward. And now Venom finally on the back foot here in game number 3. Hundo gonna pass this one down, bumps Bazinks, but Fort just can't get the passing play. That's a great try by the Griffins, though, as that was a wild passing play, Mallow.
Yeah, that was a good attempt, and full-time alcoholic just barely off of it, and just missed the goal by I don't know what the units would be, but was that a pass from Bowsy? I couldn't tell if that was Bowsy or someone else, but what a great pass. Oh, it was not. I was about to say, I was like, wait a second, I thought I saw white there, but it's so bad sometimes. That was a good touch by Hundo, but Yukio was just ready for it.
Yeah, he was ready for it. And, you know, that's sometimes, as Bowsy maybe has some technical difficulties, AFK there, as this could be a game changer. Bowsy sitting still. Hundo shot on net, but Bazinks is going to save for the 2v3. And now, Griffins giving the space they need to in order to come back. Bowsy is finally back in the play, as maybe some technical difficulties were at play, as it does not... Oh, it could be the server, as Bowsy is experiencing packet loss, which has finally gone away. But that could have been dangerous. I mean, that was Griffin's chance to make something happen. And you know, it's going to be tough. They got 30 seconds left. And Lusaka is there, and he's going to score. But no, he doesn't touch it. It's Hundo's goal from way downtown.
Oh, man. What a read by Hundo, already on the wall for that touch. Luckily, for Hundo's sake, that wasn't a lot harder of a pinch, but unfortunate touch there by Yukio, not able to get the proper pinch he wanted, and now we're tied up with 19 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and the question is, will this go OT? Hundo backflips. Could have potentially been deadly. Lusaka gonna follow that one up. It's gonna fall to Fort, who's gonna just get a touchdown. Yukio shot on net. That's an awkward touch.
No.
Before satellite defense, and we are going into overtime.
Oh, what a save there by full-time alcoholic. Literally saved that game for the Griffins. or yeah, so far saved the game for the Griffins. But saved it going into OT, and the Griffins, they definitely need to make this score. Otherwise, they're going to have to try and reverse sweep this team.
Absolutely. In my opinion, this is a must-win game, especially now that it's gone into OT. You put your heart, your soul out there, getting a goal within the last 30 seconds. That's a good bump. That's a good touchdown, but Bowsy is going to be there. Lusaka going to dish it out to the corner. Fort just going to not hit that one. And that's going to go in.
Wow. Oh, man, I thought I couldn't see who that was on the wall over there. Maybe it was Louis Saka that jumped. No, it was Full Time. I thought Full Time touched that, but the angle, at least on my end, was different. So Venom getting game 3 now. Oh man, I'm even at more of a loss of words right now. I can't believe this is happening. Breaking, because wow.
I'm in shock. I am in shock. Just when it was looking like it was going into Griffin's favor, Yukio comes out of nowhere and slots it top left bins off of a Fort whiff. And I was watching the series, and that's the one thing that I can say about this Griffin. The one hole that they've had in this series so far is they're a little jumpy. They're a little jumpy, and those double commits and those whiffs on their own line is what's killing them right now. And it's why this Venom team is able to squeak these wins out. I mean, they squeaked that one out when Griffins was playing their tip-top best gameplay, and it still wasn't enough. I don't know if it's too late for this Griffins team.
I will say though, the stats on both sides almost identical. Demos, shots were off by 1, and Griffins had the edge on that. So that's the surprising part. The saves were the same. So theoretically, Griffins should have had 2 more goals, but they didn't get them. And so, oh man, yeah, it's so surprising. And I don't know if we got a timeout or not. I didn't see it on the screen anyway.
Believe we, yeah.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it then. But Venom called a timeout, which is even more surprising because Venom is up 3-0.
Yeah, we saw some technical difficulties for Bowsy, so it could be him trying to figure out what that is. It could just be an ice. They could be icing the other team. Just, Griffins had a lot of momentum towards the end of that game, and Yukio really pulled that shot out of his hat. I mean, Fort had an unfortunate whiff there off of, a little bit of a hasty jump, and, maybe they're just trying to let that feeling sink in for the Griffins, because sometimes a team wants to come back from a loss and just keep it going and try to give it their all. Maybe Venom is trying to shut down this Griffins team.
Actually, that's a very good point. Because the Griffins were starting to gain momentum that time, and that's the closest that they've ever come on this series so far on beating them. So to try and slow down that momentum, whatever they were trying to do there, they were able to get that momentum hopefully stopped. We'll see. But here we are. Griffins are attempting some offense now.
And they are. But no, back on defense. As a whiff there, gonna give some space. As Fort bumps his teammate off, Hondo's up for it. And this team is starting to break down. They gotta figure out their pacing, their timing, their comms. There's gotta be a clear player who's going for this. And Lusaka has a chance for a double, but doesn't get it. Fort's gonna turn on this, but he's just gonna get 50 by the Zinks. Takes a little bit too long of a time. And it's like either they're moving too slow or they're moving too fast for their own good. But they gotta find their pacing and timing if they're gonna want to reverse sweep here. Fort is not gonna be able to get a piece of it. Bazink's gonna follow this one up into the midfield, gets the pinch. Lusaka's gotta clear this one out. He does pass one. Bowsy is gonna get a touchdown. But Fort is there out to the midfield. And right now, they're on defense. And this team, once again, is on the back foot when they are usually not used to that.
Uh-oh.
As an unfortunate save, but it's going to be cleaned up by Bazinks. That could have been deadly for this Venom team. but once again, they get away with it, Mallow.
Yeah, they did, and
Ooh.
oh man, the touches right now, we're kind of playing boomer ball, which is surprising for Challenger. You don't see that too often, and oh, what a save there by Full Time Alcoholic. Um, I'm I'm still shocked that what we've seen so far. Venom just absolutely demolishing, no pun intended, right as that happened, the Griffins.
Yeah, and even when Venom makes those mistakes, it just this Griffins team cannot capitalize for the life of them. Hondo's got 3 shots on net, and none of them were deadly. Lusaka's gonna pitch that, flick it off to the midfield, but another last-minute save. What a save by Lusaka.
Oh man. Oh man. I thought they had a chance there for something. But yeah, that was a heck of a double save by Louis Saka. Got 2 in a row there, and Louis Saka is doing a lot of work on defense. We just need to see a little of offense, in my opinion, with this entire Griffins team and Louis Saka.
Yeah, absolutely. As right now, they got to do a better job at controlling that ball, getting it around multiple players. That's a good little flick by Hundo. Tries to get over Yukio, and I'd like to see more of that. I mean, even if it doesn't work the first, the second, the third time, you got to keep trying because this team is overcommitting a lot. This Venom team is playing that third man very close, and that's what you have to do sometimes when you're playing an aggressive team, is you got to staunch any possibility of them being able to bang it across field to each other with the full tank in the... And right now, Venom's doing a really good job of that. I mean, all props are to Venom for how they've been playing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing a good amount of back and forth. Both teams making good touches, good passes, but the aggression on both teams is causing some interceptions as we see Yukio trying to do a flip reset double tap of some sort, and it was saved away by the Griffins there.
Yeah, and Griffin's just forced to play this defense. I mean, Venom has got 2 saves. They still have 3 shots for this Griffins team, and Louis Saka is up for that as well. And now Fort is left in a 2v1 spot, but manages to get a clear. And now, ooh, good save by Yukio. It's just a little bit too slow, and it's the solo plays that Griffins keep trying to get going, and it's not working. They gotta find some passing plays, throw in the demos, throw in the bumps. That's what was working there last game, and now it's like they've completely abandoned that, Mallow.
Yeah, they have, but they've been on defense this entire time is the problem. As is this in? That's in. Hundo finally getting a goal in this 4th game here, and we might see our first victory from the Griffins here in Game 4.
We very well might, but this game was too close, Mallow, for me to be confident in them moving forward and getting a reverse sweep. And Zoinks got the 1v1, but Hunto, what a save. And now they're going to transition. Bowsy, good save. Yukio downfield. Can they tie it up? Bowsy off the back wall. Down. But second man gets demoed, and that is going to look like that is all.
Oh, that's in.
And that's going to be the dagger, giving potentially some life here for this Griffins team. But I don't know, Mallow. I'm not certain. That was a very close game for them to get 3 consecutive games going forward.
Oh, it really was. And when I was looking at the scoreboard, I think with about a minute and a half left, the Griffins still only had 3 shots, and Venom had like 8 to 10, and I was surprised that the Griffins was able to get that so quickly, and that's what they're going to need is to bring out that burst of offense in the rest of this series. Otherwise, they're going to be going home second place.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And they got to keep that offense they had going in the last 90 seconds. They doubled their shooting in the last 90 seconds. And they got to keep that going for all 5 minutes of game time. It just, as teams look like they're leaving.
We got one missing.
Sure. Oh, that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to see that momentum from the Griffins the entire match because, they're not going to be able to find these spots where there's 30 seconds, 40 seconds left on the clock, and they're able to pull one out of their hat. It can't do that every game, Mallow.
No, no, you can't for sure. And going forward, you have to figure out how to keep the ball close, win those mid 50s, and figure out how to dodge those demos if possible, because the demos, even on the defense, the Venom is going absolutely insane on. And I can't recall the last time have seen a team this aggressive on offense. And I believe the one that we're missing is Bowsy. Just like
Yep.
earlier, he was having those internet problems or PC problems. He's the one having the issues right now. So as we wait for him to get in here, they are allowed 7 minutes though breaking to try and field a full team. So we'll see if they're trying to take advantage of that or if they truly have issues, or maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, they can't use that timeout anymore as they've already used it. And
I think that was actually Venom that used the timeout. Griffins still
oh
have theirs.
yes, Griffin still
Wait,
does.
Bowsy's Venom though. Never mind.
Bowsy is Venom, yes.
Yeah, that's my fault.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things this Griffin team has got to do, but if they could do it, I mean, if they can make all of the adjustments, I think they should be the front runner. And it's not because, it's because they're when they can turn it on, they're by far the best team in the league. But Venom has just been playing a more consistent game, and it's kind of shocking because Griffin is supposed to be that team that's supposed to be well balanced, a well-oiled machine. Everybody plays consistent, and they work together on these one-touch passing plays to get it to go. And it looks like Venom is now doing that, and Griffin is now forced to throw maybe Hundo or throw Ford out there to get these solo goals to get it to put some goals on the board.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And one of the other things you have to keep in mind, I believe I mentioned it earlier, is that uh, the Griffins have been going into Game 5 all regular season about half of the time. So they're used to these long marathons. But this is a 7 game series, so it's a little different. Best of 7. So um, I don't know in all those series if they were down, doing reverse sweeps or what, but we'll have to see if they continue the trend on this next one. And also keep in mind, since this is a Venom player, we could see some potential victories here, but also, we don't want that. So hopefully Venom has their 4th on backup, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Paranoid Monk. But I do see Bowsy rejoining now, so we should be starting here very shortly.
We should, as Hundo's joined up. Both teams are fielding themselves right now as the Griffins are playing for their life. Can they pull off the reverse sweep? It would definitely make them legends of Nemesis, Mallow, if they were to pull this off in Challenger.
Oh yeah, it would. I can't say if that's ever happened, but oh man, what a feat it would be, especially in the grand finals. What a save by Hondo, but it was to no avail as Yukio was there to clean it up.
Yukio's there to clean it up. Hundo just diving, another Lusaka diving as well, and I would just like to see one of those players rotate back post to support that man Hundo. That was a fantastic save. If there's just one more player to follow up that save, they could have cleared it. And that seems like it's the biggest problem for this Griffins team is the double commits. The double commits are killing this team. They're so incredibly jumpy, and sometimes it works out for them, especially on the offensive end. But when they're on defense, they cannot be so jumpy. They gotta slow it down. As Fort's gonna bang this one through. Bowsy gonna control it. Smart play. Gonna try to go for a flick. Gets it past Hundo. Almost gets a bump, but Yukio is gonna go wide with this one. Gonna hit it downfield. Try to regain possession of Bazinks, but it's gonna be a double commit for both sides. Quick shot on net, and Fort is gonna score this guy. Tie this one up.
Oh man, that's how you should do it if you're the Griffins right now. Answer quickly, because you have got to keep your playoffs on the line here in order to continue that potential reverse sweep. And full-time alcoholic great placement, great shot, and we're tied up with 4:10 remaining.
We are. And man, Ford has been a big reason for why, this Griffins team is staying more competitive in this series. He is a reason why a majority of their goals have gone in. He's the man at the end of the field shooting. And I just don't know if he can be the only one doing this. We saw Hundo with a couple solo goals here and there, but it
Uh-oh.
seems like Fort is the only one connecting here on the passing play. Good defense by Hundo as he's going to control this one. Pop it over one. Yukio's got to get it clear. He does. Over to his teammate Bowsy. Bowsy bangs down. Yukio not able to connect. Bazinks is up over one. Bowsy's going to turn back. Yukio's going to control out to Fort, though. Fort off the sidewall. No one to connect there. Bazink's going to bang it. Hundo going to dish this one down, but Yukio is just going to be there. And now Fort back with no boost. Yukio just going to push this downfield. Hundo going to bang this one downfield. Try to follow it up. He's got no boost. Quick shot on net. Nice save by Bazinks. Over to his teammate Bowsy. And this is what I like about this Venom team. Whenever they get a clear, Mallow, they're clearing it to each other.
Yeah, they are, and what a demo there by Yukio, but Louis Saka able to make the save, and oh man, that could have almost spelled disaster for the Griffins team there.
It could have, as a last-minute save bails them out. As once again, we see that Griffins team on the back foot with these last-minute saves, but can it hold for very long? Yukio, again, another goal line save, and both teams going back and forth. Venom trying to close this series out, and Griffins playing for their life. That shot is on target. Oh no, it isn't. It's a little bit wide. Is Hundo gonna pass it out to the midfield, but Louis Saka just a little bit too close. Hundo gonna clear it out to the corner. Over to Bowsy though. Dangerous clear, but Hundo able to follow this up. Yukio gonna get a clear. Louis Saka is up a little bit too far. Good 50 by Fort. Good, another 50 by Fort. Hundo is going to be up early for this one, but beat by Bowsy. As right now, we see a lot of wild transition plays for this Venom team as they're all kind of working together right now. A couple of demos coming out for Venom, or coming out for Griffins, and maybe that's the key to their success here, Mallow. Maybe a little bit of demos coming out could help them out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The problem is, it almost seems like the Venom has a counter demo to come out with, or at least a counter bump, and whatever they do, it doesn't seem to take effect. As oh man, no way that just happened. And oh man, Yukio with this goal.
Yukio with this goal. Louis Saka just not able to connect after a Fort whiff. And it's these whiffs coming out of the Griffins, and they're killing them, and it's given the door wide open for this Venom team. And one more goal for the Venom could steal this game, as right now, once again on the back foot is Fort, and Bowsy's gonna score again.
Oh man, last time it was Louis Saka with that unfortunate miss on the save, or attempted save. Full-time alcoholic here. Now the one out of position in goal and just shot right over him. And I don't want to say it's the dagger, but it's making it extremely tough for this Griffins team to come back and win this game.
Yeah, it's really looking like the dagger. That's a good 50, but no one's there.
What in the...
Oh, what a fake! What a 50, but no! No, Fort just passes past his teammate. That's a pass down. Fort cannot get the double tap. And that looked like the last lifeline coming out of this Griffins team, as Yukio's gonna bang this one. Louis Saka almost on target. No, it's wide again. No, this Griffins team is absolutely struggling on the offensive line, and it could cost them this series, as one more goal for Bowsy is probably gonna seal this series.
Oh, that is definitely the dagger, and oh my goodness. I called the series 4-1. I had it backwards, and that's even more surprising considering the two teams here. I want to say it's the dagger. I don't want to say it's over, but the way the way the Griffins have been playing, I don't think they're going to be able to come back here.
No, as it looks like they're on shutdown mode, and that is going to be it. Oh, maybe not. Hundo not able to connect, and that is going to be it. our Nemesis Season 10 Challenger Champions. Mallow Venom with the upset is gonna make it happen, proving everyone wrong as Hundo gets one for the road, but it's not gonna matter as our champions have been set in stone.
Oh man, and the second highest seed this playoffs going and getting a trophy, and I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see. Yeah, I didn't think so. I just wanted to double check. I hate saying that so quickly, but Venom, as you said, season 10 challenger champions, and wow, what a showing by Venom. Number 7 seed coming into here, just toppling this number 1 seed that was absolutely dominant during the regular season. And there's a lot of people in the chat getting some points, I believe, because of this.
A lot of 197 points going to Sandsbar. And wow, is that going to be a big payday for him as the upset comes on through? As we are going to get an interview from one of these championship players in one I would like to come through is that man Bowsy. I mean, to come back from that adversity, all the technical difficulties, and just to take this game in strong fashion 4-1, the number 1 seed in Griffins. I mean, it's got to be huge. It's got to be massive. They got to be going crazy right now, Mallow.
Oh yeah, I'd be super happy, especially after Bowsy had the issues he was having going into Game 4, restarting his PC and such. I can't believe it. And yeah, we're gonna get an interview here in a moment with one of the winning members of Venom. Who is it? Breaking Coin.
I believe it is going to be Bowsy as he is getting ready to join the waiting room. That man, Rocket Man's gonna throw him in here. He's here.
Yo,
Bowsy,
what up?
what were you thinking when you had some PC issues coming on through? Oh wait, now he's here. Wait,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
Bowser. There it is.
Yeah, it was rough because my game froze in game 3, I think it was, and
I,
then after game 4, it just like completely froze, and I was like, oh no.
yeah,
And
that's
then
gotta
Yukio
be
decided
tough.
to waste our time out after game 3 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First off, congratulations, Balazi. That was a great game and a great series by you guys. Great season overall. Being where you were in Challenger, did you think you were going to make it here? Of course, I know. I think I know what the answer is to that, right? I should know, but I have to ask you.
I was confident that we were capable of beating any team, but like any series can go any number of ways. But I knew we were as a team capable of being here, so I'm not surprised, but I'm still also very fortunate to be here.
and doing it in confident fashion for winning the number 1 seed. I mean, what are you feeling right now after a big win like that?
Happy the season's over. Take a break.
As
Long grind.
it's a long grind at the top, buddy, but you have achieved victory and the prize pool for Challenger. It's got to be good, and hopefully you're going to celebrate with your team as you're going to have plenty of time during the offseason to do so.
Does that mean I get a Wikipedia page now because I have winnings?
Maybe somebody will do that. I mean, Wikipedia is similar to Wikipedia, so all it takes is for somebody to go in there and write something down. So I'm sure somebody out there in the chat section can make a Wikipedia page for that man, Bowsy. And congratulations once again, as you are and the Venom are the Season 10 Nemesis champions for the Challenger League. Any other
Oh,
question? Oh, as
nah, he's out.
he is out.
But yeah, Breaking, that was a good series, and congratulations again to the Venom team. Once again, taking it 4-1 in overall series in dominating fashion. I'm super surprised by it, but hey, Coin, who do we have coming up in the rival league for the grand
Ooh,
finals?
we got a banger coming up. We got Galaxy versus the Knight. I mean, I got my boys over there in T-Man, in Phobe. I'm going to be rooting for them from the sidelines, and I finally get to have a little bit of bias because I'm not going to be in the booth. So you will see me in the chat rooting for those guys as we move on to the rival matchup of the series, the grand finals. It is on the way here shortly, Mallow.
Yes, it is. And I can't wait to see that matchup because I agree with you. It's going to be a banger of a match as well as the Titan League one coming up right after it. But for right now, we're going to take a short break and we'll return with the Rival League match right after these.
Hey, they screaming, this is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but time my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
One too many times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm here now.
Waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
Right here, right now, right now.
Now, waiting for the curtain call. Here now, this is the moment.
Here I go.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, everyone. We are back with some more Grand Finals action. Now, more than halfway through deciding who our victors are. It was Venom that came out on top in the last one, but we still got 2 more matches for you, and this next one we're heading to the Rival League. Before we get through that, though, of course I've got to introduce the man who needs no introduction. What's going on, Rocker Man?
You know, I'm doing fantastic, Merely. It's always good to be back in the booth with you. We've got 2 more grand finals left to go, and my goodness, is this one set to be a certified banger?
Oh, absolutely. We've got Galaxy taking on the Knights, heading into this one, heading into the Rival League. This should be an absolute banger. Both these teams have already gone to Game 7 in the postseason. That was with Galaxy in their semifinal match over the Pineapples, just barely squeezing out 4-3. And Knights actually in their quarterfinals went to Game 7 over the Mafiosos. So both of these teams have overcome the nerves, they've overcome the pressure, and they've made it this far. Now there's just one more chance to prove that you deserve it all.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, with these 2 teams, I mean, there's a lot on the line. There's a lot of Nemesis history in this matchup here. You got Ventus versus Foam. We talked about the callbacks to, you know, season 1 there, where Ventus took the championship. It was a different result in the semis. We had Foam versus Magma in the semis. Magma won in season 1. Foam won this time. In season 1, Magma couldn't take down Ventus, and now it's Foam's turn to try to get the chip here and win the first ever championship for the War Room. So I know merely he is excited and ready to get things going and trying to get a dub for his org.
Absolutely, more than primed, and the revenge arc is in full swing. But will that hammer be brought down? We're about to find out. Before, of course, we get into it, I know we did our predictions a couple days ago, but I gotta test you again, Rockerman, see if anything's changed for you. Who are you taking in this one?
You know, actually, in my original bracket prediction, I had these 2 teams in the grand finals, so I'm happy to say that it stood that way. And I gotta stick with what I said in the pre-show. I think the Knights are gonna somehow edge it out. I think T-Man is gonna be too much to handle, but my goodness, the duo of Ventus and Boy Wonder, I mean, that is gonna be one to watch. They're in Kaysen as well. I mean, there are just a lot of great names in this matchup, and you know, I'm sticking with Knights in 7 though. That's what I'm gonna say, but I think it is gonna be an absolute banger.
So you believe in the revenge arc? You think
Yeah.
Foam's finally getting it?
I think so. I think this is where it ends for Foam's pain and suffering. He let it drop in season 1. Hopefully no letting it drop here in season 10, and hopefully the only thing that's dropping is gonna be a championship into the Knights trophy room. So that's what we're hoping for. Well, I mean, not hoping for, but that'd be some great content to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree there. They definitely deserve it. Foam definitely deserves it. Big round, literally since season 1. We already had Quackbot, who's been around since season 1, getting his chip this season. Is it Foam's turn? I think it might be Rockerman.
Yeah, I think it might be. We're gonna have to see as merely. Let's get on into it.
And here we go. Rival League Grand Finals starts now. It will not be stopping until one of these teams is declared a victor. Starting off hot here, Kaysen, another big name in the Rival League, been around for a while. Ventus trying to take the first shot. Won't quite find it, but the follow-up is close. Ventus will make it back. And immediate pressure off the kickoff. It's going to give an early lead to Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy going to come through with the early lead, and this is what they could do so well. They could just put the pressure on teams. We saw it in their semifinal matches and the early playoff matches. They just put the pressure on, and that's going to be the one thing these teams are going to really have to overcome, or the Knights will, is that absolute, utter pressure.
And I felt it myself in a grand finals a long time ago. The Pineapples, we got absolutely rolled, and I'm not ashamed to say, by the Boy Wonder and Ventus duo. If you let them get out of hand, it can be a tough road ahead. But even if it is a tough road, it is still a long one. Still early in the journey. Plenty of time for the Knights to prove themselves as well, as here comes Foam trying to get off the backboard. Well read by the defense, as that's a drop down pass. Could be an opportunity, but Ventus makes it back just in time, getting that block. The pressure looks to continue for the Knights. T-Man trying to find this one center. Almost gets it past Ventus, but once again, he's ready for what the Knights have to throw at him. They'll clear the ball out, but only so far as T-Man. Now going for the double touch. It's an awkward read for both the defense and offense. And even more awkward now as the Knights are sent back into their own half. It's good to see a little bit of pressure coming out from them as well. We know it's not only going to be Galaxy, but It looked like they were going to take the next goal in the series as well as they hopped right back on offense. It's another shot towards, saved by the Knights this time. So far, Galaxy looks scary, but Knights look like they might be ready to handle the task here, Rockerman.
Yeah, the one thing I'm really liking about this Galaxy squad is that they look so much better than what we saw in their last semifinal matchup. They look so much quicker, so much more connected. You know, maybe it was nerves in the last one, or maybe it was just, you know, they're a little out of shape, out of practice. But right now in this series, they are really clicking, finding these passing plays. They look so much quicker, which, you know, that's how you want to start it out in grand finals. Kind of show what you're made of here, and kind of bring it to the other team. That's what Galaxy's doing right now, and Knights have done well to only allow one goal. They've had a couple opportunities of their own, but, you know, still a long way to go in game one.
The hard agree there. I mean, they do not look flat-footed as Galaxy, as this season of Rival has been one of the most competitive ever. Iron sharpens iron, and it's evident in this grand finals as both teams are taking blows. Other than the early game shenanigans, nothing coming home just yet for either team. Boy Wonder gonna have to make an awkward touch there. Does well to get it out to Ventus, and that's a great clear opportunity. Once again, relieving this pressure, giving Galaxy the chance to continue what they do best. Just hammer that ball into the opponent's half. Ventus out to the center, but it'll be Foam up for it first, takes a shot. That was never really expected to go in. It's only expected to keep the pressure. That's not a great touch towards the back corner. Once again, the Knights, they're blocked out. The shield is too much, and they're sent back into their own zone. This time a 1v1 opportunity, but the shot, again, is a little bit lackluster. Not going to get much done with those simple shots. The Galaxy defense is too good for something like that. T-Man tries to get it out. Jason will hit off the backboard, and Squintle with some good control, trying to get it past one, but shut down immediately. And try as they might, the Knights not able to get much sustained pressure going here. They're able to get shots on target, but they don't really feel threatening, and it doesn't really feel like Galaxy are in any danger right now.
Yeah, the shots really have not been too threatening, and I know in their last matchup where they took down Hydra, where they looked so dominant, it seemed like it was just T-Man going hard in the paint, and T-Man is that great, but I think Squintle and Foam supported him really well in that series, and right now they're just not, you know, there's not as connected in their passing plays and in their, you know, in their rotations as Galaxy is right now, and that's why the Knights haven't been able to find one through. But again, still only a 1-goal deficit, so anything's possible here. Under a minute remaining, we're gonna have to see if Knights can finally break through and start the scoring.
With the time dwindling, we'll have to see how the Knights will adapt to their time being cut short. Less than a minute now, and they might be looking to get counterattacked here. That one will go in off of Squintle with no boost, not much he could do, and Kaysen gets the second one for Galaxy.
Yeah, and T-Man, he was trying to keep that ball in the zone, but just, you know, not quite able to do so. The Knights were really trying to put the pressure on, but in that moment, it wasn't quite the time to do it, and yeah, the Knights are going to get scored on there 2-0 in favor of Galaxy, and this is a great start out for game number 1 here for them.
Pretty much the best that you can ask for. The Knights may be feeling a little bit shell-shocked. They might not be used to this pace, the speed, the shutdowns of Galaxy just yet. They've got to get used to it quick. They want to adapt in the series. As here comes Foam, he will get one back. And 30 seconds left, that's plenty of time. Knights finally finding themselves on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Ventus gets up to this ball, but didn't quite have enough boost to get behind it and clear it out there. And Foam on the attack. Finally, the Knights are on the board. 29 seconds, definitely doable here. Anything is possible in this last couple seconds here.
Anything is possible, and the Knights, it's only game 1. You never want to leave all the magic till the end of the series.
Oh my.
Another passing play comes through. That was a huge attempt on the demo. Foam trying to make the most out of what he's been given. That's not quite enough to make a goal come through. A little bit of awkwardness on the goal line. Foam trying to set it up for his teammate, going for the flip reset. Can't get it past Boy Wonder though. A brick wall on defense. And Foam now going to have to challenge this somehow. He gets the ball sent flying past him. It will be set up, but surely it's hit down. Actually, that's a shot on net that might regret taking if the Knights end up getting a goal out of this somehow. Flying over their net, though, doesn't seem likely.
Oh.
T-Man actually had the catch, but Foam, I think, a little bit of miscommunication on the end there. It wasn't likely for the Knights to bring it to OT, but maybe an opportunity that slipped away. Still, Galaxy, that'll take game 1 convincingly.
Yeah, and the Galaxy just looked really solid in that game number 1. Nothing really to say other than, they just kind of controlled the pace in that game one, and that's kind of what you got to do. Game one is, we talked about it many times before. Merely, it's a feeler game. These two teams are going to feel each other out. They've played each other, in the regular season before, and just not even in Nemesis, but these guys have played each other many times outside of Nemesis as well, with each other, against each other, all over the place. So they know how each other play, but still, when you get in that game one, you kind of got to feel it out. Galaxy, they did well to take the early lead, the 2-0 lead, capitalize on the mistakes, and that was just enough to take game one.
And it was more than enough. Only a 1-goal lead, but it felt like they had the majority of the pressure. And you're right, game one, it doesn't always reflect how the rest of the series is going to go, but at the same time, game one can be a tone setter, and I'm curious to see how the Knights are going to react to that, seeing that, Galaxy are coming out swinging straight for the mouth. They are not playing around. They want this grand finals. Here comes Ventus. He's one of the ones that's been able to lead to these grand finals before. As the ball goes up over the net, Squintle able to clear it out. T-Man might have a chance at a shot, but it's blocked just as it leaves his car. Can't find the back of the net that time around. It's once again Galaxy, but Squintle might have an opportunity here. Ventus is up extremely fast to those ones. Another shot opportunity, but it'll have to be accurate. The follow-up, not quite there. And Squintle trying to take control, trying to create an even better opportunity. The ones they've had so far have not quite been enough, but Foam, he comes back around, getting his second goal of the series, and he'll give Knights the first lead.
Yeah, and Foam putting up the score in here. This one just almost an impossible angle. I don't know how he got that one to click off to the left there and slide in, but he did enough, and Foam has been the one providing all the scoring so far for the Knights, and good for him. You want to see him step up. We mentioned it. T-Man is definitely the player to watch on the Knights end here. He is the star player, but Foam, the GM, like you mentioned, he's a season one veteran here. He's been here time and time again, trying to get one into the trophy case here, and what better way than to continue the scoring, get 2 goals already in the series, and try to take care of it yourself.
Absolutely, and you have to feel like he's the one with the most invested in this match. It almost feels like a fateful one. But you still have to rise to the challenge, and Boy Wonder getting it off the opposite post, almost a mirror goal from the other one. Another tie game is upon us.
Yeah, look at this angle. Boy Wonder gets it there just off the top left. T-Man, try as he might, he's not able to squeak that one out, and Galaxy with a great answer ties right back up.
Oh, I just got a close-up of T-Man's teeth wheels. I never want to see that again, but I do want to see T-Man start to put up some numbers in this game. Like you said, he was the one who was able to pop off with the support of Foam and Squintle. Rockerman, I gotta ask you, do you think T-Man so far, obviously it's only game 2, but do we need to see more out of him already?
I think we do here as he's trying to put on a shot. I think Galaxy has done a good job in actually shutting him down. But yeah, T-Man, he's got to be aggressive. That's what we saw. That's how they were able to dominate the number 2 Hydra, is T-Man just kind of went off, and Foam and Squintle were able to back him up and follow the rotations well. But again, like right now, it just doesn't seem like T-Man is taking that aggressive role, or as aggressive role as he has been. And that could be the difference here, and you got to try to find that early. You can't let the series go too far along, especially into Galaxy team 16-2 in the regular season. You can't let them keep rolling. You got to get T-Man going himself and try to bring this one back.
At Galaxy, they're not a team that is used to losing, and T-Man, he's definitely got that ability to pop off, but I'm not sure if he has as consistent of success in reaching his peak as a duo of Boy Wonder and Ventus. Of course, only time will tell, but this is definitely an important game as Ventus comes through with the shot. That's a huge save by Foam, having to reach across the entire net just to keep that one out. B-Man guarding the backboard will send that one away. It's Galaxy sending it right back and back again. Ventus trying to touch to himself. Can't quite get the follow-up. Now it should be Boy Wonder's turn for possession. It's an awkward ball, and there is a beat there. T-Man in such an awkward spot, though. He can't quite find the shot. I think it was open for a good minute, but no boost and no angle to really put that one home. He will try to send it back in as Squintle beats out one defender, going for the double touch. Does get it close. It might be enough. It's just over, and T-Man, he can't squeeze it in. It's just barely going to stay out.
Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to be the one for the Knights to take the lead here, but instead that was clutch save by Kaysen. He got a little bit awkward, but he was able to get it out, and the Knights, they're trying, but it seems like they're just a little bit off of these opportunities merely. And, you know, in the grand finals of the rival league, you can't be making any mistakes. Oh my goodness, this is a shot attempt here. T-Man could be able to clear it away.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, they had maybe a little bit of fortune, a little bit of good placement to get their first goal, but they almost had their second. That one, instead of being a pixel in, was just barely a pixel out. That said, it is still a tie game, still plenty of time for opportunities to come through, but T-Man gets beat out. That's going to be a shot on net to jump. And T-Man may have an opportunity to get this ball downfield. Instead, it's sent back. A little bit of ping pong being played as Ventus tries to send it back the other way. Still has 0 boost, so can't really challenge this one effectively. T-Man looking for the ceiling, can't find the ceiling, but he will find the flip reset. That one's on target, but more good defense from Ventus. Just seems to have a read on everything. The defense also has to save every shot. That one just off the post once again. And it's a counterattack the other way. That's a huge demo from T-Man, opening up more space. And a big miss from Ventus. That one's off the post. But it might be the final opportunity to Galaxy. Boy Wonder, not much boost. We'll get the dunk out, but it will fall down, and we head into our first overtime of the series. And this one is a much more teeth-clenching game.
Yeah, both these teams have been really close in this game, and even in game 1, I mean, only a 1-goal margin separating them. There'll be a 1-goal margin here in game 2. But man, the Knights were so close. I thought that T-Man flip reset was going to work, but it's not quite. And this one could be a huge mistake. Foam trying to slot it in. It's going to pop up, actually. Opportunity. T-Man, he's going to finish it off. He's going to tie the series up.
And there it is. T-Man on the board, comes through. The defense just not enough boost, not the right position to deal with it. And it's just a solid, hard shot to the back of the net. T-Man will put the Knights back on even playing field. This best of 7 is now a best of 5, and we have ourselves a series, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, we got ourselves a series now. Just wanted to see one go through the net here, get one on the board, and that's what the Knights were able to do. Good performance from them, and they actually doubled up Galaxy in the shot department here, 10-5 in that one merely. And I mean, the Knights, they just looked like night and day. I mean, maybe not night and day, but they just looked a lot better in that game number 2. I think they were more connected and they had more pressure towards the end. And I think they started to find something. And you know, if things are going the way that they looked at the end of that game, T-Man could carry that momentum over into game 3. And you know, maybe that's the turning point. Maybe that's all he needed. He needed to see one go in the back of the net merely. I could let him pop off here going forward in the series.
I mean, no matter what, that's always a confidence booster, right? Until you get that first one in the goal, it's always a question of, will I, won't I? It's kind of an exponential growth for a lot of people. Rocket League is such a mental game, you can never overestimate the power of that momentum. And it almost felt like it was a game that the Knights were destined to lose at some points with how close some of their opportunities came. But like you said, they're shooting. It looks night and day. They're taking advantage of their opportunities. Now they just have to keep it up. See if they will be adapted to, and Galaxy will come out swinging in the first one. This time they're the ones to take the early lead.
And these guys, just their passing plays are so good. T-Man trying to get up to this one, but it's just a beautiful pass. And Ventus is there to connect with his teammate every time. And that is Galaxy to perfection merely. This, like we mentioned, Boy Wonder and Ventus, the brotherly duo there. And then Kaysen. I mean, this has just been a great 3-man squad. And these guys, you know, they've been deadly all season. And you can see why with passing plays like that.
And those are the opportunities that they're just never going to give up. Speaking of opportunities, here comes Foam looking for the pass off to one that will go through. But Ventus, once again, he just barely manages to reach back. Can't hit that one, though. T-Man coming through, can't find the angle. The follow-up shot off the post. Not enough power on that one, and the counterattack might come through. Ventus trying to get it downfield. They had their taste of being stuck on defense, definitely didn't like it. Kaysen tries to get this one through. Foam sending it out, but with low boost can't do much, although it does fake out the defender. Now T-Man in an awkward spot, having to dodge the demo, getting his boost stolen from him, and the shot is barely off target, but it might not be off target in a second. That one will go through, and a huge outplay on the goal line. Boy Wonder will get the credit, but that was all set up by Kaysen there.
Yeah, Kaysen just dropping this one down. Foam trying to get to it, but really, the Knights just got boost starved right there. Galaxy stole that back left there, and then just that was it from there. They just put the pressure on, and the Knights just didn't have enough boost to recover. And Galaxy up 2-0 here in Game 3, looking to keep things going.
And what a play to put them up 2-0 now. Large leads have not been really found much in this series, but the second 2-0 for Galaxy, they held on tightly to the first one. See if they can do the same in game number 3. Their just bread and butter style of playing Rocket League is very impressive. At the rival level, you imagine, you probably need triple flip resets to get past defenses, but all you need to do is take all their boosts, starve them out, and put the ball on target as many times as you can. Galaxy doing a good job of that now as T-Man sending this one out, but it only goes so far. Twintle will get a dunk, but can he get on target in time? No, he can't. T-Man will follow through, though, and the Knights get another one.
Yeah, good counterattack here by the Knights. Squintle with just a big body 50, and he finds another one, and T-Man, good reactionary jump right there. He was ready for that ball to pop up, and that's what we see again for the Knights. When they've got the rotations down like that, T-Man is in that second man position, ready to score like he did there. That is when they're playing at their best.
And it's, once again, reminiscent of Game 1. That time, they were only able to come back 1-2, but plenty of time left in this game number 3. Knights looking to change the direction this momentum is headed in. Looking for a demo off the backboard. Ventus has been so on top of these plays, so ready for almost everything that the Knights have to throw at him. The only thing that seems to be his kryptonite is not having any boost and being backwards. But he still holds on this time again, trying to get the ball out. Squintle will get it through one. Can't get it through the second. That's a huge defensive bump, but the follow-up is so fast from Galaxy. They get there so quickly, and the ball is already back in front of the Knights net. Squintle off the sidewall. That could be an awkward read. Kaysen doesn't get the best touch, and it will be a shot on net. But Boy Wonder puts it through, and this Galaxy defense is just so difficult to crack. The Knights are doing such a good job of coming so close, but they can't seem to finish at times.
Yeah, it seems like the story of this series right now is the Knights just can't quite find the last one to go in the net. They've got some good plays, they've got some good speed, and they beat out Galaxy multiple times, but it just seems like it's ringing off the post or just out of reach. Is this one a counterattack attempt? Not gonna go.
That looked like for a second it would be 3-1 to Galaxy. Instead, Galaxy forced slightly back on the ropes. Foam, not much boost to do much with this one. He will attempt to keep the pressure. T-Man trying to do the same. And Squintle looking for T-Man, recognizes he will get beat, so he peels off of it. But at a certain point, you are going to need that dunk. You are going to need another goal if you're the Knights. Now half your time has evaporated. Only a minute left to go. Ventus looking to put this one beyond doubt. Not quite headed towards the net. As this one bounces off the backboard, Foam will get the touch out. Ventus sending it once again just right back into the same zone. They wait as many times as they need, and it's not really until there's a clear-cut chance that Galaxy will strike. They don't even need one right now, although it certainly wouldn't hurt, and they will get another one. Boy Wonder puts it too far left for the defense to handle.
Yeah, and Foam doesn't quite get the best touch, and Squintle here, he grabs the boost, but it's just out of his reach there. Perfectly placed by Boy Wonder. Galaxy, the shooting on point as they're looking to take the 2-1 series lead.
And it looks like it might be a certainty, unless the Knights can start to develop some aggressive scoring that we haven't really seen from them all series. That shot will be blocked away by Boy Wonder. Kaysen out, only as far as the defense of the Knights, but awkward position for the Knights once again. That one might just be open. It's not going to go in. Crossbar saves the day for the Knights, but they're going to need someone to step up and save the day for the game. Only 15 seconds left. T-Man coming through with this one. Ventus with a huge pre-jump just blocks out any possible angle. Gets it to the center for himself, and now here come the mechanics. You know he's got him, but won't quite be able to get that one on target. And as this game dwindles down, 0 seconds left, Galaxy will be going up 2-1, and I think a wise call from the Knights here. They will call their timeout.
Yeah, the Knights are going to call a timeout, as it just looked like, yeah, in that game, merely Galaxy, they just kind of controlled the pace. I mean, the shots are even, but it doesn't really tell the story. It just seemed like Galaxy is, I don't know. It just seems like Galaxy is just outpacing them. They're just making the smarter plays, and the Knights, it seems like they're so close, but they just smack it off the post, and then that's all she wrote for them. So honestly, maybe not a bad timeout to see if they can get something going here, talk things over here.
Yeah, I think they need a little bit of mental support. I mean, things are so close to going well for them. Like you just said, they'll hit the post or they'll be just barely out of position for that last final dagger to put into the back of the net. And they also, you can tell they're very eager to get into that position. Whereas Galaxy, it seems like I kind of said at the end of the last game, they seem like they poke and they prod, but they really wait until the moment is just right to hit that final shot. And that's not something that's easy to defend against because you have to parry someone who's parrying. But Galaxy is doing a fantastic job of playing their style right now. I mean, I'm curious to hear your thoughts, Rockerman, what they might be talking over in this timeout right now. How do the Knights put a stop to that? How do they change their playstyle enough to combat that?
Yeah, and you don't want to have to put it all on one person. But I want to see T-Man be more aggressive. Going in these next couple of games here, I want to see. That's how they were so successful against Hydra. T-Man was ultra aggressive, and then Squintle and Foam backed him up. Obviously, this is a different kind of beast. This is Galaxy, 16-2 in the regular season. They were a force to be reckoned with. But heading into this game number 4, I want to see T-Man be aggressive, and I want to see these guys firing shots because we've seen that Galaxy can crumble to a lot of pressure before. But you gotta rely on your star here. You gotta rely on T-Man to put the shots on, and Foam and Squintle, they gotta support him as well and make sure that he can get those opportunities. And that when he does go for those opportunities, someone is back on defense to help him out.
And you've kind of got, just trust in what's gotten you this far,
Yeah.
right? I mean, Galaxy, they're playing a very smart game of risk and reward. I don't know if you can really play smarter than they are. I like what you're saying. Just throw T-Man at them. I mean, if someone knows all the percentages at when you're playing a hand of cards, sometimes you just gotta go all in and and pray that you have the better odds. And I'm not saying that would be a game of luck, but once you do get confidence, courage favors the brave. And right now, T-Man definitely. I mean, I wouldn't say he looks scared, but he's not looking as dominant, as confident as we're used to seeing for sure. As we are going to head into game number 4 here.
Yeah, and I want to. He already looked a little bit aggressive from the beginning here, and like I said, it's not all on him. I think Galaxy actually has done a great job of just being, like you said, they're playing so smart in this series right now, and that's not allowed T-Man to really get going. T-Man can capitalize on people that make these mistakes and that play slow. He can capitalize on them, and I think Galaxy, with their smart play style and kind of slowing things down, looking for these passing plays, has kind of I don't know what's going on here, but these guys are calling for a reset. I guess we'll reset the game here as 0-0 there on the board. A little bit interesting for that one there merely, but yeah, T-Man just got to be aggressive, and he started out aggressive in that game number 4. We'll see if it continues.
He was too aggressive, man. I mean, he broke the server.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe so.
I don't know exactly what happened there. It looked like Foam just stopped moving. Was he the one having problems? It looked like I couldn't really tell through all the smoke and mirrors. But whatever it was, hopefully it gets resolved quickly. But yeah, from the 10-second snippet we got, I like what we're seeing from T-Man. Hopefully Galaxy wasn't listening to the stream and now they get time to plot their rebuttal. But I have some good convictions in the Knights moving forward now. And not just because of that 10-second clip, but I really do think they're a team that can bounce back. And Galaxy, what I will say, well, after playing against Boy Wonder and Ventus myself, they were a extremely difficult team to beat. They were very hard to adapt against. But I would say if there was anything that maybe the Knights could take advantage of is when you play that much Smart Rocket League, you can kind of run out of mental stamina, and you can get a little bit not necessarily lazy, but you can overlook some things. And I think, like you were talking about T-Man, he's not really having many opportunities to punish. I would be a little bit surprised if that was the case for the entire series. And I think part of it is up to him, and of course, part of it is up to the rest of the Knights to find those mistakes to capitalize on.
Yeah, definitely. So as we're retesting the ping on the lobby here, and all right, looks like they're both good. So we'll get them back in, and let's get this thing going for real in game 4 this time. As yeah, everything looks. Oh, I mean, their ping looks fantastic. Really, this is great news. All is good. Hopefully, all is sorted here. Heading back into game 4. It's like we never left. Knights coming off the timeout here and need to get something here in this game 4. And you know, for them merely coming off the timeout, you have to win. I mean, this is a must-win. I mean, calling a timeout on 2-1, we didn't even really talk about that as, you know, an option. Like, I was fine with it because there are a lot of teams that'll wait until the very end to call their timeout until they're only 1 game away, and sometimes that's too late. And well, Kaysen trying to make it too late for them right now.
That's not the first 30 seconds you want to see when you're coming back from a timeout, though. Looked like Foam got a little faked out, and Wintle was not ready for that ball to just not move. A little bit of discrepancy on the goal line there. Hopefully that doesn't shake what was talked about in the timeout for the Knights' sake. But you're absolutely correct. They do not want to look at going down on championship point this early. This is a pretty much must-win game for the Knights. Galaxy aren't going to make it easy. So that's almost another one that's sent through. Won't quite make it to the back of the net this time, but Galaxy looking threatening as ever. Ball will be tossed up into the midfield. His team-man takes a large hit over the squishy save. Won't be necessary from Kaysen. The first layers of defense are good enough to keep that one out. But this is a little awkward here. Kaysen had to get a strange touch. The ball's just kind of hanging out around the zone of Galaxy. Finally sent out now. Foam will look to take it himself. And that early lead, I mean, that is just pretty much the worst way that you want to start this game, Rocker Man. And I'm not saying it's a death sentence, but the Knights, now their uphill battle became even that more steep.
Yeah, it really did, and that's good on Galaxy to find an answer right off the timeout as someone's rolling into their zone here. But yeah, it is not the way you want to start out. If you're gonna call this timeout at 2-1, you know you gotta win. You gotta win this game, and this one gonna be dangerous. Ventus trying to drop it down. Here comes Boy Wonder. Gonna slot it around. Well placed, well played by Galaxy.
And it's just another good counterattack. T-Man left by himself. Ventus blocking all of the important angles outside of the net. Just a beautiful 50 to send it home. And, I mean, Galaxy, they're looking as impressive as ever. The Knights were waiting for them to upgrade their armor so far in this game number 4. Not much doing so far, and I'm not even necessarily a hater on or I don't want to say you're a hater, but I'm not necessarily questioning the 2-1 timeout. I think that's actually a really good time to take a timeout. I don't know if the results will prove that necessarily. But you really don't want to wait until you're down in championship point to say, hey guys, we need to switch something up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not opposed to it either. I actually didn't mind it as a timeout. I'm just saying that, you know, if you're gonna call this timeout, obviously after any timeout you want to win, but I feel like this one in general, it doesn't seem like much has changed yet for the Knights in this one. I think that's why it is looking very unfortunate as Ventus gonna put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, hindsight is not being kind to this Knights roster so far. Down 3-0, and most games so far this series, I don't think have even had 3 goals in them. We would need 7 at least for the Knights to become the victors. But still, over half the time left. All it takes is a small streak to get going. All it takes for a couple of these shots to start getting its T-Man trying to make it happen. No boost to really threaten anything though as Kaysen looks out to Ventus. That'll get past. An awkward read for T-Man, but he's good for it. Boy Wonder will take this round again. Then so many touches coming out from this Galaxy squad in the Knights zone half. They're still trying to push this through. A huge bump. And the double 50, the triple 50, the passing play into the 50, out of the 50, will get the Knights somewhere with not much boost. That place is not at the back of Galaxy's net. Still looking for their first goal after this timeout, first goal of the game. They haven't been able to find it quite yet. Maybe T-Man can change that. He's going to get shut down early, does get the fake under 1. But Kaysen is just so ready behind him, and I mean, it really does feel like everything the Knights are throwing at Galaxy right now, they have just seen a million times. It's like they've read their playbook.
Yeah, no, they have definitely studied up here. His Foam trying to fire a shot, but good save there on the end. And, oh, here's a great passing play. Oh my goodness, Kaysen, how did he save that ball?
Are you serious? How do you save that? where he was just like hanging out in the top left of the goal. I mean, when I said they read their playbook, I didn't mean they read their tarot card. Like they just know exactly where the ball's gonna be when they shoot it. Now still up 3-0, and you really thought that was gonna be a goal. The face on the goal. Ventus, you can't do him like that. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, Galaxy is clicking on all cylinders, and poor T-Man going flying through. Ventus just insult to injury. Insane save, insane fake. Galaxy feeling it right now in the grand finals.
He unbound his boost button. He didn't press boost for like 15 seconds. He was just rolling along. I mean, that is just... I recently learned that this is a new trend. I think that's what we call aura. Because he just walked the ball towards the goal, and the defenders just flew out of the way. I mean, now no timeout remaining, and looking likely to go down 3-1. Not confirmed, but after getting scored on like that, it's difficult to imagine anything else. And the Knights, you're in shambles. I mean, I'm not sure how you begin to recover from that, if I'm being honest, Rocker Man.
Yeah, that's a tough one to recover from, and I am very concerned if I'm a Knights fan, and this one very concerned for the sake of content, as, you know, the mauled potential here is available. Is this one, is it going to go all the way? Oh, it is going to find the back of the net, but yeah, I mean, Knights, you got to do your best here to not fumble mentally, because I know that is the possibility, you know, from a couple of these players on the Knights squad. The mental is a big thing in these best of sevens. You're going to be down 3-1 to the number 1 seed. You just lost your timeout, but you can't give up hope here. You know, as long as there's a game left here, merely, you got to keep fighting. And, you know, the Knights, you just can't give up quite yet. And hopefully for their sake, heading into game number 5, they find some mental fortitude and they can try to bring things back.
Yeah, we need to get the Knight squad a memory eraser stat, because that is a rough game to put you on, potentially facing losing your season. The game is over now, but the series is not. They've already got one game. We know we can do it. We know they can do it. The Knights, they already got one. Just 3 more. I mean, if who was it? Didn't someone do that yesterday? Which team?
The Wisps. The Wisps came back.
The Wisps.
Yeah.
The Wisps. See, they came back for an epic storyline, the first ever 21-0. We could get another epic storyline for this. It's just three short games away. I mean, any believers?
Yeah, I think
any believers.
I think there's some believers. I could be a believer, but you know, I need the Knights to make me believe really in this one, and that's the toughest thing about these series. Merely is that the Knights, they are gonna they're the ones with everything to prove here. This is your season on the line right here. You cannot lose another game. You gotta come out strong. The first goal has to be scored. We just need to see something. I mean, really, I don't want to put bad energy in the air, but if they get scored on here early, you know, things could go very south. So I need them to score the first goal, you know, for their sake, for everyone's sake. I think we need to see them score the first goal here. They just got to be locked in and, you know, just go for it. This is your season. You got to play aggressive and try to shut down Galaxy here and, you know, make something happen.
That definitely feels like a requirement. So far, every single game in this series, the person, or the team, I should say, that scored first was the victors. If they can come out hot, get some good momentum, I mean, one game at a time, you got to work with what you've got. Right now, you've got your backs against the walls, but Foam, he had the flip, couldn't really find a use for it. I was just very excited to almost see Foam hit that. That would have been crazy. But the ball is rolling slowly at Galaxy's net. And these shots, they need to find a little bit more effectiveness from the Knights squad. They're not able to put Galaxy under too much pressure. They're not even breaking a sweat, but that one could be... Boy wonder, we'll get the miss. Now, Knights score first. They got to take the momentum.
Yeah, that was step 1 right there, Merely. Knights score first. Step 2, add to this lead. This game is so crucial for them. You need to put more than 1 goal on the net. If this game ends 1-0, it might be wraps. They need to score a couple goals in this one and, you know, kind of show Galaxy like, hey, you know, you guys may have gotten the first couple here, but, you know, we're fighting for our lives here. We're fighting for the championship. We can make something happen. They have to score more than 1 goal, otherwise, you know, things are going to be bad.
Well, I mean, what's more epic than coming back 3 games to win the series, only scoring 3 goals to do so? Just throwing that out.
Well, that would be pretty epic, but likely, I don't know.
Okay, nothing's likely in Rocket League. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen, as that miss was unlikely from Boy Wonder there. Usually he hits those. I believe that was Boy Wonder. As Kaysen will come through, trying to get this air dribble. Runs out of boost, but might be able to land on it. It's a little bit of an awkward ball. Squintle manages to get the clear out. Things are looking a little bit better now for Knights. They'll be able to regain some boost, be able to regain a shot perhaps. The follow-up is shut down shortly. It will be Galaxy trying to head the other way. Double commit there from Galaxy. Not the rarest of sights, but considering the scoreline of the game, wondering if maybe the era of them playing perfect Rocket League might be coming to an end. This one will come through. Ventus trying to get a flick over one. Squintle absolutely ready for that. Will send it all the way downfield. Kaysen gets a nice touch off to the side. And so far, the Knights, they're doing more than just hanging in there. I mean, half the game gone by, and they look a lot more threatening. I wouldn't quite say fully rejuvenated just yet. I think they have some more work to do, but they are looking capable right now.
Yeah, no, I think they are, and Galaxy really hasn't had too many attempts here. But again, I'm still just scared of this 1-goal lead. As Galaxy trying to fire this one on, looking for some good pressure, dropping it down. This ball is still dangerous. Gonna try to clear this one out. But yeah, like I said, the main reason I wanted to see more than 1 goal here from the Knights is not only so they can win the game for certain, but because they need the momentum on their side. Or every game has been a 1-goal game, or at least at the beginning, until we saw that last one. So they just need to find something on net. That's a huge miss coming through. Not expecting Galaxy to not hit that one there. But yeah, they just need to put some pressure on and, kind of force Galaxy to crumble. As this one shot toward that Squintle can't turn it back though. A tough break there. And a minute 40. Knights still able to hold on to their one goal lead.
And once again, it's so close. I really don't want to see the Knights sink back into this routine of hitting the post 17 times in a row. Double committing on defense. Have to remain composed to get this one out. T-Man, no boost. Teammates have to recognize that they have to do some work here. Luckily, the ball for them is hit into a different corner. It will be put out shortly. Galaxy still able to maintain control. Now T-Man in an awkward spot. Going to have to be free jumped, and the bump took him out of the way. Luckily, the flick was out of the way of the net. Now it's going to be the Knights on the counterattack. Looking to set this one up nicely for his teammates. Foam hits it on target. Sent out once again. Galaxy, not much boost in the tank. They're being put into the back of their net, but Kaysen will be the one to send it out. Foam gets a touch middle, but it's only to Ventus. That's off the backboard and straight down. No follow-up there. Galaxy can't find the finishing touch.
Oh my gosh!
No!
Oh,
Foam?
jeez.
That was incredibly scary, brother. I do not want to see that again. That gave me the heebie-jeebies. Now 30 seconds left, and it's more crucial than ever that Knights can come through. They do get that second one, and of course it's T-Man. The Knights are ready to take another game.
Whew. I'm breathing a sigh of relief merely for the Knights and their hopes here, as that one, oh, he almost put his own net. I was like, don't touch that ball, don't touch that ball. Okay, it's all good, it's all good. And then T-Man comes on the other end, finding his second. So, well, now they succeeded in step 2 merely, score multiple goals here, and for their sake, if they can end this off in a 2-0 margin here, all the better to head into Forbidden Temple. And, well, merely, you never say never here. They definitely have a chance here, as they're going to look for one more. Well, Squintle's not going to touch that one, but hey, they're going to win this game. That's all that matters. Heading to game 6, they still have a chance.
And that chance is still small, but it's growing ever greater with every game win. Now 2-3, only one more game to bring us to game number 7. And I mean, even if not for the Knights' sake, I do want to see that game number 7. A very promising game from the Knights, and I'm wondering what was different this game, Rockerman. I mean, Galaxy couldn't even score. They just put in 5 in the last game. What changed?
I think that the Knights just played a little bit more aggressive in that game, and it was their game to lose in that one. They, and Galaxy kind of maybe a little complacent in that game, kind of knowing like, hey, we just dominated them, and that can happen after you get a blowout win in the last game. You can kind of start to get complacent and be like, oh, we just scored 5. They don't have any hope. It's 3-1. They already used their timeout. Let's just do what we got to do. We'll take care of business. And that complacency could cost them. That's why I wanted to see the Knights come out with the first goal. They did in that one, and I think that was the main difference. But heading into game 6, Galaxy calling their timeout here to give us a little more time to think on this one. But heading into game 6, Galaxy, they're not going to let that one slide merely. I like this timeout again. I love both these timeouts from these two teams in this series. You don't see it too often like this where these timeouts are used before, championship point. But I think the rival league, with all the money on the line, these guys have thought it through. They know when to call these timeouts. They're smart players. And I love this timeout from Galaxy. The Knights just got their win. They're starting to feel things. Don't let it build up. Cut it down right here. Good timeout here. We'll see if they can cut the momentum before Forbidden Temple.
And I gotta be honest, this makes me really nervous for the Knights. Part of me, for their sake, was kind of hoping that Galaxy forgot they had a timeout. Because I've seen their post timeout buff before,
Yeah.
and if it's consistent, then it's something to be scared of. The Knights, I'm not sure exactly how you adapt around that to try and counter, but we need to see them step up. I mean, it's the most lazy analysis ever to say that they need to just play better, but it's not like they have a bad game plan. They're in rival, they know what they're doing. They just have to get better touches. They just have to hit their shots. I mean, that has been a consistent theme of this series. They've just been hitting the post, they've been hitting the ball over each other's heads. They have plenty of opportunities. If they can take them, they can bring this to game 7. Otherwise, Galaxy, this series is theirs.
Yeah, and as we head into game number 6 here, you gotta see it again for the Knights. They need to score the first goal here. That is a must here. And Swintle, he's gonna put it in 3 seconds in. And the Knights, they want to see 7.
Okay, Knights, there we go. Squintle with the hook shot. He gets a shot past Boy Wonder and Kaysen. Okay, it is off kickoff. 3 seconds. Don't get too excited. But that's what we love to see out of the Knights. That's what's going to bring them back into this series. If nothing else will. And now they have what they needed, an early lead. So far, the first team to score has been the team that takes the game. If that trend continues, then we are going to Champions Field. But still over 4 minutes of Rocket League left to be played. And plenty of plays to be made by both teams. As Foam gets this one through, looking for the second touch. Can't quite find it, but Squintle will get an opportunity of his own. Galaxy looking a little awkward on that backboard. All together, trying to avoid the bumps, trying to get out of the plays. Foam sending that one on target, not quite there. The ball is sent out. But now this is what I was talking about, Rocketman. This squad looks more rejuvenized than ever. They have to carry this momentum. They can't let it die. And the Knights, they can easily take this to at least game 7.
Yeah, the Knights just got to keep going. They're playing a lot faster right now, is what I've seen in this one. They're just playing more confident. It's just a difference. It wasn't even after the timeout. The timeout didn't even help them. It's when they got pushed to championship point that they're like, wait a minute, guys, we gotta go. And go they have here, taking this early lead, but they have to keep it going because Galaxy, they're getting stuck on the back foot even after their timeout. That early goal, like you mentioned, it's so massive in the playoffs here, especially when you're down to your last life here. And that was a great start, but they have to keep it going, try to add on to it because Galaxy, like we mentioned, they're not going to just give it up here. They are going to do whatever it takes to try to win this game, end it in 6. Don't even let it get to that 7th game.
They definitely will not want to go to Champions Field, but to be honest, you don't usually get to decide what happens on Forbidden Temple. Kaysen will try to change my mind on that, though. He'll come through with the first shot for Galaxy to go in the back of the net.
Yeah, Squintle gets big body 50 right there in Foam, just not in the right position to make that save. And Kaysen, we talk about Boy Wonder, we talk about Ventus, that duo, but Kaysen, he makes the right plays. 95% of the time, he is making the best play for his team, and he's able to finish there once again. Just a massive goal for Galaxy to try to win the championship here on Game 6.
And now a tie game. Galaxy can feel all that more comfortable. They already have the game advantage. They're already on championship point. But it is the hardest game to win, that last one. Tied scoreline. This one will be sent off the backboard. A difficult read for both teams. That one barely sent over the crossbar. Once again, the Knights shooting just a tiny bit lackluster. T-Man, don't do this to us. You got to get back to that one, and he does. That one sent out, but T-Man, oh man. That's making me a little bit nervous with the defensive plays right there.
Yeah, that one, I mean, the Knights, they're just giving us heart attacks, mini heart attacks here every game, merely, with their season on the line, trying to extend it. And his foam in the last game, T-Man right there. Fortunately for their sake, it's going to be all good for now. But as we pass the halfway point, this game is still one apiece here. The Knights got to find something. I feel like the longer this game goes on, the more it plays into Galaxy's favor here. and they just got to find something here quickly, put some pressure on, get one in the back of the net, and turn the tide back into your favor.
That might be another one there. Ventus. Jason! Oh my goodness. That could have been a shot. That was a shot. It could have been an open net almost, but Kaysen can't quite find the target. Galaxy will go back to the drawing board. It might be another good second before they're able to get a shot attempt as good as that one back. T-Man will hit this off the backboard. Going for the bump instead. Can't quite find Boy Wonder. Although it is a close attempt, it is a creative try, and I really like that out of him. Instead, they'll be sent back once again. Time starting to get ever lower. Kaysen, 50 in the midfield. Squintle has to be careful not to get bumped here. Has to be careful to do well with this possession as well. Does manage to get it out. Will manage to get the mid boost as well as the ball. And he will get a little bit of space. That might be a flick on target. Ventus trying to keep this close. He will get it out of the net for now, but it's still so awkward. The shot might come through. Foam wasn't there. No one on the Knights ready to take advantage. T-Man gets this one, glues it to his car, gets the 50 out, but Boy Wonder now with the opportunity, hits it off the backboard once. Can't find the follow-up shot. Ventus can't find the touch at all. And this last minute, this is what it all comes down to, and the stakes are higher than ever.
Oh my goodness, this is Forbidden Temple merely. Just so many close opportunities, just some misses, some misplays here, some bumps, some demo attempts. I mean, this is chaos. The championship is on the line. If Galaxy can score next, they're going to go home the champions here. But the Knights, they are not giving up right here. They're finding some good plays. But final 30 seconds for Forbidden Temple. Will we see 7 or will we see a championship?
The Knights definitely want that game 7. They're pressing for it. They're on the offense. Squintle getting it through one. The shot out. T-Man gets it through one, but Boy Wonder doesn't even bite on the initial shots. Waits till the last possible moment. The defense for Galaxy has been so good. Now 12 seconds left. They have to dodge demos. They have to dodge shots. They have to dodge Squintle. He can't quite find it. Foam trying to get this through. Heading it off the edge. It's going to bounce up. Foam might be able to get back to it, but he opts for the safe play. Opts to send it forward, and they opt to send it down. Now the Knights, they haven't really had the edge in these extended bouts. It's been Galaxy a lot of the time, but all they need is one goal. Off the kickoff, they could get it. It will be settled down by Kaysen, and my goodness, next goal decides the fate for a lot. Foam, he won't let it happen like this. But Galaxy still have so much pressure. It gets sent out. Kaysen in an awkward spot himself now. Foam will get it through one. That could be a shot. Ventus says no. T-Man blocking about himself, and Squintle trying to keep it steady. Already the overtime, you can feel the nerves, you can feel the pressure. Neither team wants to give an inch.
No, this is such a tense overtime. Galaxy was happy to get sent to that overtime as the Knights were putting on all the pressure. But right here, right now, it's do or die. Who is going to come up clutch with the next goal?
Only one team can in this. Second to last chance for Galaxy. Last chance for the Knights. They're looking to keep that pressure up. Squintle can't quite find the touch. He jumps over the ball, but it does a fake. Foam, not enough boost. He gets it over. It's not in. It's on goal. What just happened?
Oh my goodness, an iconic Forbidden Temple moment right there. Foam fires it towards the net, and Galaxy cannot get it out. It goes in, and we're going to 7.
All right, Forbidden Temple. Well played. Well played, Forbidden Temple. Sending us to Game 7, and the Knights. I mean, there have been points where they look out of it. That overtime, you know, the way the ball went in was not convincing, but we are definitely convinced that the Knights can compete in this series now. One more game to show us who the real champion is.
Wow, merely. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, the Knights, they had so much pressure in that game, and for it to end like that, I mean, in the grand finals here, with all the chaos, I mean, that is just the most Forbidden Temple thing we have ever seen. And it's here in Season 10, the grand finals. And my goodness, really heading into game number 7, the Knights trying to come back from 3-1. You know, I'm still not convinced who's the better team in this one, merely, because the Knights, it seems like they're a moment away from collapse, but also a moment away from glory. And they proved it there in game 6, and now into game 7. I mean, it all comes down to this.
They're just, I mean, so far you just can't put them down. Galaxy, they've almost put themselves down a fair amount of times as well, to be fair to the Knights. They've played fantastic, but it all comes down to this. Game number 7, no timeouts left, no advantage for either team. It's just Rocket League, and 5 minutes of it. So far, it's held true. The first team to score every single game so far has won that game. I mean, especially in Game 7, you gotta imagine that is the most coveted goal right now.
Oh, most definitely. You gotta come out big here. I mean, there's so much on the line. Galaxy lost the timeout buff there, an own goal at the end. You know, it's so big for them to come through with this first goal, but the Knights, they still have to come back from this 3-1 deficit, and to do so, they gotta step up big, and we're gonna have to see who's gonna be able to do it as the Knights already are on the attack.
And they might have another opportunity here. Squintle ran out of boost as he was coming down. I'm not sure exactly what that touch was. A little bit off to the side. It might allow Galaxy the chance to recoup, but the double commit will make sure that they don't get it. Boy Wonder having to hit the ball off to himself. A follow-up almost there by the Knights, but they've run out of boost quite a bit on the offensive attacks. Kaysen trying to make his way all the way down the pinch. Gets the 50 through one, gets the 50 through the second. That's up high, but Squintle should be the one to beat it out there. This one off to the side, looking for the pinch. Squintle sends it center. The Galaxy defense, they might have had their moments in the last game, but they are fully locked in now, as both teams are. They are going to be looking to play their game to perfection. Of course, the Knights will as well, but this is just one boss fight versus the other, and so far, no goals scored just yet. Still hunting for that coveted first one. Still hunting for that small advantage. It's been such an even game so far, and I feel like you can tell neither of these teams really wants to be the ones to extend the fist, make that attack. It might be Galaxy, but they are still playing so safe, even when the ball is in front of the opponent's net.
Yeah, and it's the Game 7 nerves here as Ventus is trying to do something, but I mean, both these teams, we talked about the importance of this first goal. They know that whoever scores first is just going to have a load of momentum. You know, will the Knights keep it rolling for the last game? Can Galaxy stop it? I mean, they're trying so hard here to find one through, and there's been so many close opportunities, but just not enough as the double commit comes through. Here comes T-Man, he bangs it in. Top bins.
It's the man himself. We've been saying it all series. He comes through here, but it's a full team effort, not just T-Man himself. He takes the final shot, but each player had a helping hand. They break down the Galaxy defense, and it is gritty. I mean, they are fighting in the mud on both sides to win these 50s, to give themselves any kind of edge. But it will be the Knights who take that first advantage.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge first advantage for them, but, you know, Galaxy, they just need to connect back to what they were doing earlier. They were faster than the Knights, and they're faster once again. It's Kaysen with a huge answer.
And they were faster. They are faster. Foam can't beat out. T-Man can't beat out. Kaysen is the one to get there first. An almost immediate answer. And if there was ever a thing to kill the momentum of that first goal in Game 7, it's an immediate answer. Now it's a tied game. The momentum has been all but forgotten. We're beginning the second half of the game, and we're at an even scoreline. Still anyone's series, and this one's going to go just off. Squintle a little bit awkward. Ball floating over the net. Bohm will do well to keep it up. Will do well to keep it out of his own net. Even getting a further pinch, and that one might just be on target. Boy Wonder can't get the best touch. But no one on Knights was ready. No one was willing to go for that shot. They don't want to overcommit. And it's hard to blame them at this stage. You've come so far. You worked so hard to get to this point. They're taking more pop shots here, not ones that are likely to go on target. That could be a little bit awkward as Galaxy might be given the possession. Not this time, as they are sent back. But all it takes is one beat, one clear-cut chance. We know that both teams have that snap. They have that fire to get going. Here comes Squintle, looking for the bounce dribble. He's already hit one hook shot. He'll get a second one, and that's through all three. Squintle, he takes on all of Galaxy, and he comes out on top.
Look at this play by Squintle. He takes his time over Ventus, over another, over Boy Wonder. Send it in the back of the net. Step up, young man.
Okay, Squintle, I mean, we see you, buddy. We see you fighting for your life out here in game number 7. Now the Knights, they regained that advantage. Galaxy, I mean, they haven't really had this many problems with Knights so far. They haven't really been put in this position other than the last couple games. And so far, the answers have been far and few between. Ventus will hit this one out. Squintle trying to take possession again. Now Galaxy knows that it's a mistake to give him that possession. A double jump on the defense should allow more pressure to come through from the Knights. Now they have their eyes on the prize. Only 1 minute left. 1 minute left to seal the deal. Get Foam his first ever chip. Get the War Room their first ever chip. But there's so much more work to be done. Foam doubling this one off his own backboard. Ventus trying to take a shot, but that's a little bit of an overcommit. Twintle trying to get this one middle, and the Knights, I mean, you can say that all they have to do is to hold on, but with Galaxy in this final form, it's going to be a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, I mean, with 30 seconds left, Galaxy, they gotta get going, and T-Man is gonna try to end it. He sends it in the back of the net, and the Knights, they might have just done it.
That might just be the dagger. 34 seconds left. T-Man coming through with just another straight flying shot. They broke down the Galaxy defense once again. Now 2 goals up. The job becomes even simpler, but even as it becomes so simple, you still are scared of that Galaxy attack, that Galaxy acceleration, and there it is. Ventus will get one through. That 2-goal lead is no more.
I'm getting callbacks merely. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't like season 1. Say it ain't so.
Nah.
Ventus puts it in the back of the net. 27 seconds left. Can they find another?
Oh my goodness, they say history repeats itself, but I didn't think it directly copied itself.
Uh-oh.
This is getting a little too close for comfort. Foam will hit this one away. 20 seconds is beginning to feel like an infinite amount of time for the defense of the Knights. Now 15, T-Man sending this one down the field. If they can just keep the ball in Galaxy's half, then they've won. If they can just put this ball down at 0 seconds, then they've won, but that is not the easiest task in the world. Foam no boost. Boy Wonder will get this one out. Another touch across. Kaysen keeping it up. The ball's in the corner. Ventus can't keep it up, and the script is overturned. History does not repeat itself, and the Knights will be the ones to take the chip. They are the champions.
Oh my goodness, the Knights. Foam, he's finally done it here. 10 seasons long, all the way from back in season 1. He's been here a long time, and he's finally on top. You gotta give props to the man. Congratulations to Foam. Congratulations to the War Room. The first chip going their way, and they have done it.
And what a comeback to do it on. I mean, give it up for these guys. They were down 1-3, came back 1-3 in a row, and the control never left their grasp, except for the times when they almost owned gold, but they were so deserving of this win. I could not be more impressed with how they played. Of course, huge credit to Galaxy as well. I mean, a 1-goal difference in Game 7. It's not like they let up at all, maybe in that first game after scoring 5. But other than that, they were giving it their all, and they could just not crack the spirit of the Knights.
Yeah, they could not. And I mean, what a crazy series there, merely. I mean, that moment on Forbidden Temple in overtime, I mean, might have been one of the craziest things we have ever seen. And the Knights come back from 3-1 to take the chip there. And Foam he's finally done it. He's finally done it, merely. I'm trying to see if we can get him in here. I wanna talk to the man right after getting the chip here. We'll see if we can get him in here. But I mean, my goodness, I mean, to battle back from 3-1, it seemed like Galaxy had it all rolling their way.
Yeah, I mean, from even the second game that the Knights won, Game 2, it felt so close. It felt like Galaxy just barely let it slip, and they weren't going to let it slip again. It felt like they had full control of the series, and going ahead 3-1, it felt like in the blink of an eye. The Knights, I mean, you have to feel like they were probably wondering where the time went at that point too, but they didn't let that feeling catch up to them. They grabbed hold of the series, and they just took it by the horns. And I mean, once again, I just couldn't be more impressed with how they played. Congratulations, Foam, Squintle, and T-Man, all very deserving members of the team. And our second 1-3 comeback so far of the grand finals in Game 7.
Yeah.
I mean, what is going on here? Lazy skip riders or what?
I don't know. What's that guy doing over there with the pen up at the top? I have no idea. But yeah, merely that was crazy. It looks like no go on the interview. I'm sure Foam is probably streaking down the street right now, happy to win a title there. But yeah, regardless, we got to go on, merely, as we're gonna be heading to the Titan League up next. I mean, this one is also just an insane one on the script here. Bananas, number 2 seed versus Venganza. I mean, merely, this one is gonna be a banger coming up next.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be hard to top this, but if any series can, it'll be the Titan one. We already saw Venganza play fresh from Monday, and that should be an absolute banger. But thanks for joining us on this game. I hope you guys got to catch the full one because this was one of my favorite series I've ever casted or even watched. But yeah, we'll catch you guys back in just a little bit for the last series of the night, the last grand finals of the season, as the Bananas will take on Venganza. See you guys in a few.
Darkest road, didn't think I could get out. Now I just walk on through. The ghosts are all around. Here and I can't be moved. I never look back. They start creeping in, but I'm leaving them in the past. Don't tell me that I'm dreaming. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. 'Cause I've heard it all before. And just look where I am now. We can break the cycle. Find our own way out. Was no light at the end of the tunnel. So I look at myself. The ghosts are all around. The ghosts are all around. I've been down the darkest road. I know that it's true. So throw your dirt at me and make it look brand new. They all know my name. Not an easy shot. Turn these tears into gold. They shine like what I've lost. Don't tell me that I'm dreaming. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. 'Cause I've heard it all before. And just look at where I am now. We can break the cycle. Find my own way out. Was no light at the end of the tunnel. So I won't give up myself.
Girl, I feel like Sleepy Hollow. The way I lost my head, and I feel like I would follow anything that you said. Yeah, I feel like Sleepy Hollow. I lost my head, I lost my head. I'm your marionette, you hold all the strings. I'm not even upset, I like you holding me. I'm knocked out of my head, and girl, you're swallowing the key. Clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the things you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I walk into the room if this is going insane. At least I like the view when I feel like Novocaine. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, I'm your marionette. You hold all the strings. I'm not even upset. I like you holding me. I'm locked out of my head. Girl, you're swallowing the key. Clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the things you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I know that you're my last strike body me. You're my last strike body me. You're my last strike body me. I'm locked out of my head. And girl, you're swallowing the key. I'm clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the thing you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I know that you're my last strike part of me.
Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our final matchup of the night. I am still trying to survive after what we just witnessed in the rivalry. Game 7, Foam and the Knights have finally done it. My goodness, was that one a crazy one? And we got another one lined up on the docket here merely as it's Bananas versus Venganza. Oh boy.
Oh man. I mean, I'm not even going to reflect too much on the last series. That was absolutely insane. Looking forward, we've only got more insane series ahead of us. Specifically one as we come to the Titan, the penultimate, the pinnacle, although pinnacle is not here, but the ultimate test of skill in the Nemesis Gaming League as Bananas taking on Venganza. Both of these teams absolutely heavy hitters in one of the hardest seasons of Titans so far, and boy am I excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. The biggest prize pool to date in Nemesis history for the Titan League, $775 just for Titan League. They are taking the big majority of that prize pool, and you know the tensions are going to be high between these two teams to try to close it out merely. And I mean, these two teams, like you mentioned, the Titan League has been so crazy this season. We've got a bunch of great players here in this lobby here. Before we get them going, who are you looking at to step up big for their teams on both sides?
I mean, on definitely on the side of Venganza, you gotta be looking at Ren. A lot of people have been talking about him. He has absolutely proved himself to be one of the best players in this Titan League by far, and he has been a large reason due to the Venganza success in the last in the latter half of the season. On the other side, I mean, we've got a few hard hitters as well. Dimitri, Zen, Zen, of course, looks to be an alter ego of Bren. I don't know what these matchups are, these mirror matchups, but they're something of wonder. The only thing I'm certain of is that I am not certain of anything in this one. It's going to be an absolute slugfest.
Yeah, definitely, Merely. And remind the viewers one more time, as the predictions are going to be closing here in a second. Get your prediction. Then, Merely, remind us one more time about your prediction here in this one.
So I definitely had Venganza winning. I don't remember the exact score line, but I believe they are going to be the ones to come back. Even though on paper they're the underdogs, I feel like it could be argued almost that the Bananas are the underdogs with the run that Venganza has taken to get here, with a lot of dominant performances. So I expect them to be the ones to go all the way.
Alrighty, well, we'll have to see. The chat is also rocking with Venganza here. That's who I predicted as well, but, nothing is for certain as we are heading to the Titan League Grand Finals here. Bananas versus Venganza. Getting things underway here. The last match of Nemesis Season 10. Bananas in the yellow tonight, Dimitri, Tashega, and Zen. And then on Venganza's side, LK, Kratos, and Ren. A lot of heavy hitters, a lot of players looking to make a name, and really, this is most definitely going to be an exciting series. See who's going to come out first with the first blow.
Absolutely, and it was really the theme of the last series. Every single time the first goal scored was the one who took the games. I don't expect it to be as drastic in a matchup like this, where Titan players, even though they are only one league above, they have such a higher ability to adapt, to make those changes that are necessary. But still, you want to get that momentum, you want to get off on the first right foot. Let's see who's going to be the ones to take it in this series.
Both these teams survived some playoff action earlier on. Venganza working their way through the play-in tournament. Came in as the AC. Bananas surviving Game 7 and a Game 6 in their first playoff matches to get to this point. So definitely two great teams here going at it as Bananas try to start things out. This one fired towards the net. Ren going to come back at the last second, making a clutch save. I'm sure, like Merely mentioned, we'll be talking about him quite a bit, and we might be talking about this man, Tashega, who throws it in first for the Bananas.
And who else but to start us off, of course, is Tashega, the man himself. That was a valiant effort by Ren, using all of his boosts to get back to that first save, but unfortunately, he had none left over, none left to keep out Tashega, and after just a little bit of pressure, no boost left, they will concede the first ones here.
Yeah, that's a big goal. We saw Tashega come in that series against Dragons. He's normally their starter, but he had to sub in down 3-1 against those Dragons, and he stepped up big. He may not be the highest MMR, but he's got the most Nemesis experience on this Bananas team. And merely, this man, he lifts some weights. This guy is absolutely jacked.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that actually. We had him. He was at LAN, and that is an understatement. This man, he lifts weights in real life, and he lifts weights in Rocket League. I mean, you will definitely see it in his gameplay. He is a hard hitter once again for this team, and definitely going to be looking to put that to use in this grand final.
Yeah, definitely so. And he started out with the first goal. We'll see if he and the Bananas can carry that on. As approaching the halfway point, Kratos will take this one back to his zone. Up to the ceiling. Tashega can't get to that one. Kratos looking to find a foul. This one going to go off to the side. LK trying to throw this one in, but not going to happen this time. Zen half flipping, taking control on the backboard. Over the top of Ren. Zen looking to find the 50 underneath, but that one going to be sent out to Tashega. Doing good to cut this one off. This one dropped down in the corner, popped up in the midfield opportunity, but Ren is going to be the first one there, sending it off to the side. Zen giving chase now. This ball up in the midfield to Tashega with an opportunity. The net is open, dropping it down. Dimitri going to turn around, and I think a demo may have opened up some space there.
I was going to say, you just look behind, and all of a sudden there was no defenders left. LK pushed up maybe a little bit too far, but even if he was back, no boost and a defender chasing him down also. That demo really was the winner there for that goal, and some really good use of the space by the Bananas.
Yeah, Bananas capitalizing on a couple of Venganza mistakes here early. And merely, this is a weird matchup because, we mentioned a little bit, but seeding-wise, Venganza is the AC. They should be the underdog in this series, but I know a lot of people, maybe us included, have kind of been hyping them up to where they don't seem like the underdog here. I think it's an interesting vibe to start in Game 1.
Yeah, and I mean, it wouldn't necessarily look like it if you take the first half and beyond of this game at face value so far. Obviously, both of these teams, we believe, are more than capable of winning. It's really about who has it on the day. So far, Venganza, they haven't really been able to shine through their strengths so far. A couple of goals for Bananas and nothing really to show for Venganza. Of course, once again, like last series, it is only game 1 after all. There's plenty of Rocket League left to be played. Still, the Bananas showing that they are not to be played with.
And LK trying to drop this one down, drops it low, but no, it's going to be saved away. Huge play from Tashega to get that one away. Ren almost had a surefire goal, and here comes Tashega on the other end. This ball, going to pop up a little bit awkward there, but here comes a follow attempt. It's dropped down, but Ren on the goal line. What a save by him. And this is what the Titan League Grand Finals are all about, merely insane saves.
And of course, it's a defense that's shining there. Zen on one end of the field, Ren on the other. But Zen will be the one who shines on offense first. He brings the 3rd goal home for the Bananas. And now this game might be just out of reach of Venganza.
Yeah, and what a play there by Zen. Dropping down the dribble and taking the speed by Ren. Not much he could do there, and well played in this one, as is a 3-0 lead here in game number 1. Bananas, we're going to start this game out on the right foot. Maybe not taking too kindly to our predictions and to many in the Discord and the chat who have predicted Venganza to win. They're trying to show why that they had the best record, at least tied for the best record in all of Titan League in the most competitive season yet. As this one off the corner, redirect. Oh my goodness, it's going to be pinched in. Dimitri sends it home, but my goodness, these Bananas are on fire.
I'm seeing an awful lot of confidence from the Bananas, and almost putting that one on target, just barely hit the post. But the follow was shortly thereafter. I mean, you are up quite a bit. It is game 1. You can go for things like that, but even having the nerve to go for that right now shows me that the Bananas are coming in hot. They're coming in without a care in the world. And in game 1, at least, their strategy has worked.
Yeah, and that's the best way to play Rocket League here. You know, you can't be playing tight here. You got to play loose. You got to play together. And right now, the Bananas have most definitely done that, as there are 2 of them off the ceiling. My goodness, watch out, LK. You're not going anywhere with those guys patrolling the skies, as they're trying to find one more, not going to find it. But the Bananas going to come through merely a solid game 1 victory.
And it is a pretty dominant game 1 from the Bananas, 4-0. Not a single goal out of Venganza. And although they had their moments where they looked incredible on defense, it was never quite enough to stop the onslaught of the Bananas, who just, like we noted at the end of that game, and even before, they look so confident right now. They look like they fully believe in their game plan. And this, right now at least, it is working. Coming through Venganza, I mean, we saw it in the last series too, right, Rocket Man? It almost entirely looked like an issue of confidence. Once the Knights got rolling, they were competing just as heavily as Galaxy. The Bananas here definitely putting the first foot forward. Now it's up to Venganza to respond.
Yeah, it is up to Venganza to respond, and we'll see if they're going to be able to, as that was kind of a big show from Bananas in that game number 1. And I mean, 9 shots to 7, so Venganza still did put on some attempts, but Bananas did well to kind of control the pace in that first game. And as we head into game number 2, Urban Central, we'll see if Venganza can bring it back in this one. As, like you mentioned, I mean, barely, what do you want to see out of Venganza? I know it's still early in the series, so game 1's kind of a feeler, but what are you looking for in game number 2 to kind of turn that around and try to get your first goal of the Grand Finals?
Well, I'd say my number 1 problem, at least for them in that game number 1, was they just looked a bit confused on defense. They were all kind of clustered together at a lot of moments, or weren't really looking like they were proactively trying to attack the balls that were coming at them. They let Bananas get away with a lot of things that I feel like most Titan teams wouldn't let them get away with. If you're going to get backed into your own half, then you are going to get scored on by a Titan level team. That's just a fact of the matter, no matter who you're going up against. You have to be able to fight to break out and take earlier advantage of the opportunities that are coming your way, or else you're just going to get battered and bruised.
Yeah, definitely so. Is flip reset coming through, dunk attempt on the Bananas end. They are trying to start things out strong here. This one pinched off to the side. Ren off the backboard, setting this one up in the midfield. Zen looking off the back. That one not quite going to go. Ren able to clear this one out as Tashega looking to take control. Going to flick it by one. Opportunity, but Ren shutting it down. LK trying to get back to it. He can't quite. Didn't have the boost or the angle to turn that one around. As the Bananas on the counterattack. Send this one towards that. Tashega with a big 50. Trying to send it in, but not quite going to happen this time. As this one punched back to Tashega. He is there, Ren. Waiting for it. trying to make him use up his boost. He does this one. Bang towards the net. Dimitri, though, on the last ditch effort. He's going to make a clutch save. And now this one, Zen going to take it from him. But that one going to be saved away by Ren on the other end. And man, both these teams merely, they are firing some great opportunities, but some clutch saves. I mean, this is, very impressive from both sides on the defensive end.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we saw it in game number 1 too, but by this point there were already a few goals scored by the Bananas. It looks like Venganza is quite a bit more composed on their goal line, and even more importantly, they're a bit more composed outside of their goal line. They're being able to get through and stop the final shot from coming through, which is what you want to do against a squad as good as the Bananas. They haven't had that many opportunities themselves that looked really like they were going to amount to much, but they've got step 1 down. Now it's up to them to formulate their offensive game plan, try to figure out what's going to break down this Bananas defense.
Yeah, and right now they haven't quite been able to. Still looking for their first goal, but they might be able to find it to Shega, though. He's back in time, looking for that double, can't connect. Kratos now on this one. Dimitri gonna find a huge dunk. It's LK gonna send this one back in. Zen thought about it. This one actually gonna go right into his car as Red was looking for that angle. Not having it this time, though. Still back in the banana zone. LK trying to get up to this one. Can't connect. Opportunity to Shega up in the air. Looking for the flick there. Throws it backwards. Gonna throw it in is Dimitri. Great pass from Teshega. And Dimitri finishes it off.
And that is a tough spot to be left in. Ren, he's been so good defensively, but it's a 2v1 that turns into a 3v1. And Teshega, his mechanics are just not going to mess that up. 99% of the time, he's either getting it over it or through you. Ren left in a tough spot, can't get through to it. Still a 1-goal lead, and really right now I'm just waiting for Venganza to finally get on the board. We've seen plenty of good saves from them, but if you can't score, eventually you're going to sink down and lose the game.
Yeah, definitely so. I don't think the opposing team in the Titan Grand Finals is going to be providing too many own goals for you to get in the back of the net, so you got to make one yourself here. And Venganza still looking to break the ice as we're in a game 2. You're passing the halfway point, only 2 minutes remaining. Bananas looking to take a commanding 2-0 series lead. This one out to LK, sends it back in. This ball popping up high. Opportunity off the backboard. Kratos sets it up. Ren thought about it, but Zen had the angle. This one can be taken off to the corner. Ren over the top of one, but it's dropping right down in the midfield. Big 50 from LK coming down. Opportunity shot, but it's going to be saved away to Shega once again on the defensive savior medal to his name, and the net is open on the counter, but the Bananas, they can't capitalize. 2 players in the same position, and Venganza merely counting their lucky stars, happy that one didn't find the back of the net.
And that was a pretty awkward situation there. As it seemed like both players wanted to take the dribble, and then both players wanted to leave the dribble for the other. Something you see quite a bit in lower ranks, but not as much in Titan lobbies. Still, they are, they still have a hold on this game, so it's not like it has had that big of an effect so far, especially as they get opportunity after opportunity. They're just coming back at this Venganza net over and over, and that is exactly what I want to see. LK able to get a demo in the back end. It opens up space. The challenging positioning is awkward, and LK comes through. He'll finally get one on the board for Venganza.
Yeah, the demo gave him some opportunity, and LK just a little bit quicker, catching the Bananas out of position, and that's what demos can do for you as they send that one in the back of the net. And finally, merely on the board, 41 seconds remaining here. It's good to see that as this one sent back. And I was gonna say, I heard from a little birdie that Venganza had been working on those kickoff strats that we saw in their first round matchup. That Ren was just calling out kickoff strats and Venganza was executing, and that's how they got so many kickoff goals before. We'll have to keep an eye on that one as they finally got another opportunity there. They got a shot here on net. Kratos gonna give his team the lead.
And they'll take it. This time it is Kratos. That's a great touch. Zen goal on the backboard, and that placement right underneath it is perfect. Those are the kind of shots that Venganza needs to be taking. And right now it couldn't come at a better time, because now only 17 seconds left. They give themselves the advantage in game 2.
Yeah, and that's huge for Venganza. They were down for a majority of this game, but able to come back. Is this one opportunity for Zen? Flip reset. Kratos trying to take it down. That one's going to get past the defense. Sent in for the dagger. Big crate into the back of the net, and Venganza going to tie this series up.
And that surely is the dagger. A little bit of an unfortunate miss there from Tashega, but you know in that second, only 5 seconds left, you had to go all out. You had to go for the risky touches. Doesn't pay off then, and unless we see some kickoff shenanigans on the other end, this game is going in Venganza's favor.
Yeah, it is going to go in Venganza's favor as they're looking for one more. Kratos finding the touch. This one can be sent down. Maybe Bananas try to get one more on the board, but they cannot. And Venganza, they are going to come through merely a big game 2 victory for them. And, you know, after getting shut out for majority of the game, it's good on them to lock in at the end and you make that one happen.
Yeah, I mean, it really couldn't have come at a better time. The good news for them especially is once they got that first goal, the next two came in pretty quick succession. Um, they got that one beat off the demo, and then just another one to follow up. The last one you could argue just a garbage time goal. Fair enough, but they did turn things around, and when it looked like Bananas were going to be the ones to keep the momentum going and make it extremely difficult for Venganza to even get a foothold in the series, Venganza fought right back. That's exactly what you want to see from this team that we expect to keep it at least competitive. Some of us expect them to win it, and now we're back to an even score line.
Yeah, an even score line here. And like I said, good answer on Venganza. And they kind of led the way there, 11 shots in that last game. So they were kind of putting on the pressure for sure, merely. And we'll have to see if, you know, if it adds up here as we head into game number 3. What are you looking forward to most heading to this next one?
I'm really looking forward to see if it will be the Bananas who try to switch something up now. I know their strategy didn't necessarily fall flat. You could argue they had a couple of chances that they could have done better with to not ever even let Venganza score in that last one. But they've been extremely aggressive so far. It was able to work very well in game 1. Game 2, not so much. I want to see if they're going to try and switch it up, especially now since I've noticed Venganza is going for a lot of demos. That's something that the Bananas are going to be forced to adapt to if that trend continues.
Yeah, and then what teams that can find these demos, they can oftentimes be so successful in the Titan League, as these players they're not separated by much more. These are players that are playing near the peak of all of Rocket League. There's obviously pros, but these guys are as close as we're gonna get to see in Nemesis in terms of pros. And all that can separate these teams sometimes is just the bumping someone out of rotation, finding a demo, and it can completely throw off the other team.
Yeah, and it's the little things that add up, right? Because something that might not matter at all in a novice game could turn the entire tide of a Titan Series game. As LK looks to turn the tide here, he'll shoot under Tashega, but Tashega goes low enough. What a save on the side, and that's the one thing that has been consistently impressive from both teams, is these defensive capabilities.
Yeah, and it's been Tashega for the most part on the Bananas making these insane saves, as he made another one there. I thought for sure Venganza almost squeaked one underneath him, but good on the Bananas. Here is a big dunk coming through, but that bounce is going to be unfortunate. It flies up to the ceiling, but the Bananas still there on the attack as Dimitri fires it off, and Ren going to clear it away, so we stay tied at 0. But this one off the backboard, will we see a double? No, not quite. This one sent back up. Kratos off the backboard. This one coming down. Not going to go LK, though. Going to keep this one in, as this one banged by Tashega. 50 from Ren, but Tashega a little bit bigger on that one. You saw the weight room, and you see the goal in the back of the net. Dimitri sends it in.
And you could kind of feel that one coming. Ren, once again, in a tough spot, and Kratos not able to get the beat. It's a wide open net that's never going to be messed at this level. And another lead will go the way of Bananas. When they can get into this position where they are the ones in control, I mean, they are able to capitalize so often. It's just about if they can keep it up. Last time it was Venganza scoring the next one. Let's see if they can do it again.
Venganza, what do they have for an answer here in game number 3 here, this grand finals? This ball popped up. Dimitri blocked out this one. Blocked again by Kratos. It's floating up Zen. Forced to use a lot of boost to try to control this one. This one pinched back a little bit, but only so far as LK. It's sent off to the side. Ren find that touch. Zen gonna send that one actually towards the net. Not quite gonna go. Is this one redirect attempt? Send flying towards that. Dimitri has to make a last ditch save, but he's not gonna be caught out on that one. The Ren with a great redirect could have caught the defense sleeping, but Dimitri a little bit wiser to that one. This one back in Venganza's zone for a second. Ren going underneath. What does he have on this one? Looking for the 50. Dimitri find something. LK lofting towards the net, but Zen going to take control, able to clear it out. So that was once again a close opportunity for Venganza here, and merely we're into game number 3 here, and you know, obviously the series still very close. But one thing I'm seeing out of Venganza as we find themselves down in this series is we haven't quite yet seen. Oh my goodness, we almost saw it there. We haven't quite seen the peak of Ren like we saw in their earlier playoff matches.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, he hasn't been quiet. I think he has been exceptional on the defensive end, and it seems like he kind of does want to play that third man role where he's holding it down in the back line, maybe acknowledged as the team's best player. You don't usually want to send that person first on attack, but still, we do want to see more out of him. We do want to see what that peak is. If there was ever a time to reach it, it's going to be in the grand finals. And he might be biding his time. He might be powering up. Only time will tell. But it would help if he could pull it out in this game here to keep the advantage in Venganza's favor.
Yeah, and with a minute remaining, see what Ren and company have in the tank. Bananas holding on to this 1-0 lead, looking to close this game out. Give themselves another lead in this series. This ball popped out. Good touch from Tashega. Gonna send it high, but Venganza on that one. LK can't quite connect. Kratos still gonna be able to get that one out, but this forces Venganza to retreat just a little bit. Ren trying to play passive here. Opportunity for 2-on-1. Dimitri gonna take it to the side. Ren finding the 50, gonna get it by 2. It's 1-on-1. Ren versus Tashega. Tashega, the big body on the defensive end. He comes up big in this one, and with 30 seconds remaining, Bananas looking to close it off. Big save there. But can they hold on here and find the victory? This one sent back in to Shega. Dropping this one down, but he's going to be demoed. This one 50 across. Venganza, we're going to send this one out. LK bangs it down, but could give Bananas possession here. Ren trying to get up to it. Can't find that touch. Kratos going to get it over the top of one. Trying to find someone in the midfield. A demo comes through. The carry, but no, it's not going to go. They can't keep it up, and Bananas going to hold on at the last second.
And it was so close to being a catch. It was so close to going to overtime. The control was not easy from that point forward. What a performance by the Bananas. They're giving it their all in. And really, even though he was on the bottom of the scoreboard, technically, really want to shout out to Shega again for that last second play. Seeing Ren coming at you, twisting and turning, and he was just nerves of steel, stone cold, iced up on the defense, did not have a care in the world. He read the play through every second, and he has been the one that consistently the Bananas can look to on defense and offense. Dimitri was the one to get them the goal in this game, but the full team effort has been more than enough, and the Bananas, they look very difficult to split open right now. Venganza, they've got a tall task as they go down yet another game.
Yeah, they do, and everyone on the Bananas squad there merely picked up a savior medal in that last game. 9 shots for Venganza, 9 saves for the Bananas, and that was the big difference right there. That Bananas defense impenetrable, at least in that last game. And now, as we head into this game number 4, it's up to Venganza to try to find an answer, and an answer they will. It's Kratos in the back of the net early.
And there it is. That's exactly what we were talking about. Kratos, he's coming clutch earlier in the series, and he's coming in clutch again. A nice hook shot to barely get past Tashega. He was probably just split seconds away from being able to get back. The shot is placed perfectly, and Venganza finally find themselves in the position of another lead. It might be another one, and the pre-flip can't get back. Another kickoff strat, and that's what we were talking about.
And there it is. It's Ren who's going to put it in the back of the net. LK kills the ball perfectly. Ren with the placement. Tashega doing the best he can, but yeah, we saw what happened in that Dragon series. It was 3 games in a row. They scored 2 kickoff goals in 3 games in a row. They went crazy, and it looks like they almost had it go in there again. It looks like they got it in their favor, what they were looking for, and that's something we haven't really seen. I mean, it's kind of a newly developing thing, really, where these teams are really putting the emphasis on the kickoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of the birth of demos, where at first everyone was like, oh, that's cringe. We shouldn't be going for demos all the time. That's dumb. And then everyone started doing it, so now you have to learn how to do demos. We might be seeing the kickoff meta coming into Nemesis finally, as they clearly do work on getting goals. Ren getting chased down in the back line, but once again, he gets the save, and that's what I'm talking about with Ren. He has been so good on defense, and on the other side, LK will finish it, but it's all Ren with the counterattack.
Yeah, Ren just sending it over the top of the defense. Shega trying to get out to it, but just not quite. LK gonna make sure they secure this one. Don't blame him here, as they are now up 3-0 here. And I mean, really, it's only been 55 seconds, 3 goals for Venganza, and they have had a really good answer here in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they either score a lot or they don't score at all so far. Both games they lost were complete shutouts, but the one they won earlier was a 3-1 win, and now they have 3 goals in this game. I'm curious to see how they approach trying to defend this kind of lead, though, because the Bananas are not easy to hold back. They haven't necessarily been scoring super rapidly, but they still are a very threatening team.
Yeah, definitely so.
Oh
And the
my
threats
goodness.
are there. Kratos trying to send it in. A big opportunity for his team to find a fourth. Not quite going to happen this time, though, as this ball bouncing off the backboard. Kratos sending that one towards the net, but it's going to be cleared out. And off to the side, Zen looking for a goal, trying to bang this one in. He does. He sends it in the back of the net. Zen with a good answer.
And that is just a nice angle with about as much power as you can ask, with no boost, might I add. A little bit of a almost ground pinch there from Zen to get one back from the Bananas. It really looked like Venganza were about to take their fourth, but that momentum is shut short by the Bananas getting another one. Now 3 minutes left. This game is not at all without out of their reach.
Yeah, and this one, oh my goodness, what a 50. LK is going to put it in. He just took on 3 defenders.
And talk about weight room, Ren. What is that? He took on 2 defenders, a third, and the post. LK will be the one finishing it off, but I think we are seeing Ren level up in this game, and he looks fantastic.
My goodness, what a 50, what an answer right when he thought Bananas could have some momentum to bring this one back. Ren, he shuts it down with that play. And what a massive one it was there, as this one's sent back, but not quite on target to Shega. Gonna be able to connect and get it away, but 4-1 now in favor of Venganza. This ball off to the side, Dimitri sending it down. Zen looking for a touch off the corner. This ball bouncing. Oh, the miss comes through. Dimitri gonna get a touch, sending it over. A bit of a double commit to Shega. Turn this one back around. Ren, or Zen, excuse me, coming through on that one, but not gonna be able to get it on target quite yet. As merely approaching the halfway point. Venganza still holding on to their lead here. Zen, oh my goodness, Zen!
And this man, I mean, he is a sleeper. He has been scoring all series. We haven't really talked about it that much, but what a double touch. Full confidence all the way from almost half field. And if there ever was a shot to bring you back from a deficit, that's got to be the one to start off.
My goodness, what a shot it was, Dimitri. They got a kickoff goal of their own, and they're right back into things.
Hold up a second. I mean, this 3-goal scoreline, this 3-goal lead is disappearing quickly. And that one's just off the kickoff. Was that a read on the defense? I just saw Dimitri kind of drive through, and now 3-4. Bananas have more than enough time to bring this one back.
Yeah, that's the thing about the kickoff strats is, well, merely maybe we got some kickoff counter strats here as they're able to make it happen on the kickoff, and maybe seeing through Venganza's ways here. They know that there's going to be some unorthodox kickoffs potentially, and they're able to get one of their own on that one, as now the lead, like you mentioned, has dropped down to only 1. Venganza holding on. LK trying to get in the way there. Going to find a 50. Able to keep this ball in to Shega. On the control here, able to get over the top of 1, over to get to the top of 2. This ball awkward. LK gonna be a tough read. He can't connect though. Huge miss, and Zen is gonna put it in.
That's a tough ball to get up to. I mean, the pinch right off of Kratos' car as well. LK could not have asked for a worse spot to be in, but at the same time, you got to make those reads. And now, Venganza, they were feeling so confident. They were feeling so comfortable just barely a minute and a half ago. Where is the time gone? Because now the score is tied, and you're in danger of losing a game where you had a massive lead.
Yeah, and Venganza got to try to stay strong mentally in this one. It's so important for them here. Is this one sent in, and it's Kratos. Actually, it's going to be Ren secured it in, but Kratos over the top. Ren, he's getting back for his earlier goal that he should have had.
All right, the regain is here, and of course it comes in the form of Ren. That's only his 2nd goal this game, but he has contributed so much. Now a 5th one for Venganza, but still, I'm curious to see if anything will happen on kickoff here. It looks pretty standard, but there doesn't seem to be a clear edge in this game, and it is such an important one, especially for Venganza.
Yeah, Bananas can win this one. They'll be 1 win away from the championship. This is the farthest any Bananas team has made it before. No Bananas team had even made it to the semifinals before this matchup. The Fruit Ninjas org, such a historic Nemesis org, mostly known for the Melons in Prospect League for their success. For the Bananas, they're trying to get their names in the history books here as they find themselves down by 1 goal here in game number 4, a minute remaining, looking to try to tie this up to Shega off the backboard. Oh my goodness, he almost hit that ankle, but it's going to go a little bit wide, a little too impossible, even for that man, as now Bananas taking it back into their zone, and really, with the time ticking away here in game 4, they got to try to find a quick answer if they're going to want to get themselves 1 win away from a championship.
Now, technically, it's plenty of time. Can Dimitri get another double touch? No way! It's just off, and that net was completely open. Oh, that's the one that you wish you put a couple hundred more hours into the training pack for.
Wait!
Although the miss on the back line, it might not matter. Dimitri gets it anyways. A huge miss from Venganza.
Oh my goodness, so what happened here? It was Ren trying to get up to it. He can't. I think he did connect, but it didn't go anywhere, and it finds the back of the net. A tough break for them, and well, the Bananas, 21 seconds left. They've got a chance.
I mean, yeah, connect is a word you could use for that. I would say gently caress the ball and do nothing to it, as Dimitri, looking for the air dribble here, can't find it through, and we continue with 10 seconds left.
Overtime could be looming here in game number 4. Teshega trying to send it out. Zen gonna help him up. Bananas, not a lot of boost. Ren bangs this one down, and Dimitri, he's actually gonna catch this one. A flick, a demo comes through. Dimitri with an opportunity. He's still on this one, trying to take it middle off the backboard. No, can't find the touch though. They tried to put it in, but merely we're heading into overtime in game 4. Such a crucial one here for Venganza.
And that was exactly what you call a close call. But we will head to overtime as this one's starting off hot. And I am kind of nervous for both of these teams right now, because this has been, compared to the first few games, an extremely shaky bout from both teams. A few uncharacteristic mistakes. And I hope that's not how the series is defined. But right now, Venganza are facing going down onto series championship point because of it. They really have to ice up here. They cannot let this game get away from them.
Yeah, they definitely cannot, and you can, like you said, you can definitely see the nerves. Defense has not been the main focal point like we saw in games 1 through 3. Instead, it's the offenses here, as this one up in the midfield, opportunity. Teshega tries to turn it around, but he can't. Okay, trying to get to that one. It's given away a little bit. It's Dimitri sending it down into the corner, trying to snag that boost, but instead it's Ren. He sends it a long way. Teshega has to make a clutch touch, and he does, and even finds a double on it to get it off to the corner. Great defensive play from him once again. This one is now in the banana zone. Miss comes through. Kratos popping this one up. Dangerous ball. Dimitri, not a lot of boost. Gonna find a flip reset. Gonna take control there. This one sent back down into the corner. Gonza trying to get this one out into the midfield now. This ball popping into the corner. Miss comes through. LK gotta get this one, but Teshega on the touch there. Redirect. Pass out. Dimitri. He's gonna get just enough of a touch. So demo comes through. But these two teams trading blows as a catch comes through from LK. Dangerously in front of his net. Really, both these teams fighting, trying to find this goal. They know how much this game 4 means.
And the longer it goes on, it seems like the more nervous both teams are getting. They seem to not be pushing as far, not be pushing as hard. But Ren, he will be the one, and it seems thematic enough that he puts in the game-ending goal.
Yeah, this one a big ball off the back where the demo comes through, and Zen just can't make that touch when he needed to. Almost gets back down to it, but it's Ren, the leader of this Venganza squad, putting it in the back of the net, and they are going to tie this series up at 2.
Okay, and another tie series. I thought we were about to see another 3-1, and I would have been really disappointed if we had the same script that we had for already multiple grand finals. So I'm happy to see a very eventful game number 4 that brings us into a tie. And I mean, I said it before the series even started, but I didn't expect it to be this true. This one is an absolute slugfest, especially in this game. A lot of mistakes to capitalize on, but it seemed like they were capitalized on every single time. And even though Venganza came out on top, it still doesn't necessarily feel like they have an edge in the series.
Yeah, it doesn't really. I mean, they had early control there, but Bananas battled back, and yeah, these two teams merely, like you mentioned, they just traded blows in that game. That was the highest scoring game we've seen in this series from these two teams, and Venganza, luckily for them, led by Ren's hat trick there, they are gonna tie this series up. And I mean, you know what a tied series mean? Tied series at 2-2 means merely, right?
What does that mean?
Means guaranteed Forbidden Temple. That's what that means. But
Oh, you're so right. We're guaranteed more own goals in Titan. Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
We'll see if that happens though. We'll see if there's more own goals, but we will see Forbidden Temple, but not before we see Manfield merely. A crucial game number 5 winner here is going to put themselves on championship point.
And I mean, every game is so important, right? But this one especially so. This one, like you said, will put you up on championship point. You do not want to hold anything back. And Ren, he did a lot last game, but I'm afraid Venganza is going to have to ask more of you. Same for you, Tashega. It's a full team effort, but you clearly have been difference makers the whole season, and now is the time to prove which one is on top.
Yeah, definitely so. And it's all up to this. Well, maybe not all up to this, but this is the crucial game right now for both these two teams. Winner will be one win away from taking the biggest prize in Nemesis history. And Bananas may have just given themselves an early lead here. Dimitri takes it by the defense. Nowhere to be found.
And where exactly did the defense go? That's an unfortunate challenge there. And third man just was on vacation. That's an unfortunate way to concede the first goal. Such an important one, like we've harped on so many times. I mean, one of these games is even just a 1-goal victory for Bananas. When they get a lead, they are not happy to let it go. But still, it is only early. Venganza, still plenty of time left to find their way back.
Yeah, definitely a lot of time in this one, as we're only about 45 seconds in. But Bananas, a massive first goal here for them. As they're going to take this early lead. This one off the corner, Zen with a great touch. They get it off to the side. Kratos underneath one, looking to take control. Kratos sending it down to Shega off the corner. Kratos looking for that bump, but instead it's going to be Zen banging it down. Ren taking control of this one back towards the net, but going to be cleared away. Kratos going to have a little bit of time for control, trying to take it down, looking for that dribble, but Dimitri was all over that one to Shega. Send this one in off the backboard. A bump came through, but tough angle for Zen to find there. He's not able to do so. As this one's sent back in. Venganza looking to get on the attack, but Tashega out there. Kratos back in. And Ren off the backboard. Uh-oh, a miss comes through. A demo comes through. Trying to drop that one down. The follow-up attempt. Kratos comes in. Venganza tie us up.
And Kratos there to finish like he has been for most of the series. That's a great demo on the rotation out. And the defense is just way too awkward with way too little boost to deal with that. Another tie game brings us back, and Venganza are not letting the earliest part of the series happen again. They're at least bringing it back this time as maybe a little bit of a kickoff strat there. That was a very fast cheat from the Bananas. They might be looking to get a little creative themselves.
Yeah, they are definitely creative at the moment, at least, and well, they almost found something there. Not quite gonna happen this time, but well, they're on the attack, and here comes Zen. Oh my goodness, he does it again. Don't let this man double off your backboard.
What a beast! I mean, my goodness. The double touch, a similar angle, not quite as tight, but just as impressive this time. And I mean, Rockerman, do we have a clause that prevents professional players from playing this league? Because I'm pretty sure Zen just won like 4 chips in the RLCS. I don't know if this is fair for the other team.
And maybe he's channeling the same namesake there. As, my goodness, that was another insane shot. That's his second one of the grand finals. Definitely showing up for his team and trying to lead this Bananas team to a championship. As this one off the post there, Kratos just couldn't quite get that one on target. But now, Bananas, the 2-1 lead here as we approach halfway, trying to get themselves one step closer to the championship. Ren off the sidewall, able to send it down. Looking to give chase, but this one banging back into their zone. Kratos gonna take control of this one. Only for a moment is Dimitri gonna try to fake under LK. Not quite gonna happen this time though. Is LK on the sidewall looking for that 50. Kratos, this one out in the midfield, but not quite this time. Zen off the sidewall, sending it towards the net, but Kratos is back again. And this man Zen here merely, I mean, if there's one thing that he's doing, it's these ankle reads here. As a bump attempt comes through, wait a minute, LK trying to find it, but not gonna get it on target. Venganza, a huge opportunity, but not quite able to get it through.
And that's at least 2 opportunities now that Venganza have just let slip through their fingers by hitting the post. It can't be that inaccurate. At least one of those had to go on target. Meanwhile, you have Zen, who is just turning this into a freestyle 1v1, but it doesn't matter because LK is coming through anyways. The defense is taken out of the equation, and another tie game.
Yeah, and it's another Ren demo. He did that on the last goal. I don't know if it was the last goal or the last game, but he has found those demos. It was the last game, the game winner in overtime, where he just came out of the skies and deleted the defender, and he does it there again, allowing LK to come through with a massive goal here. We're tied at 2 apiece, a minute 30 remaining here merely. Both these teams, they really want this game 5.
Yeah, there is nothing being held back once again, and Ren and Zen on opposite sides of the field, absolutely doing the most that they can do to bring this to an even scoreline. Still, the unstoppable force and immovable object. One of them has to move eventually. This might be the time where we see one of them go up on championship point. Still, neither willing to budge.
Yeah, a minute remaining now here in game number 5. Kratos taking to the air. He's just going to bang this one on net. Not going to go for the flip reset. Almost caught the defense off guard. Bananas better to it there as Ren finding a 50. This one drops down. LK back up to Ren. Ren off the sidewall looking for a read. Can't quite get that touch though. That would have been insane, but not this time as LK dives in. Taking it slow. Zen taking control. Gonna collide with his teammate Dimitri just a little bit there. A little bit awkward in their half. So down to the final 30 seconds here in this game number 5. Pass attempt coming through, but Venganza denying it on the defensive end. And on the other end, it's got to be up to Shega once again on the defense. Another clutch save, looking for the double. Can't find it. This one off the backboard. Dimitri not quite ready for it. Zen, he's going to find a touch here. So we're down to the final seconds of regulation. This one, bang towards the net, but Ren all over it. He's sending it back to Shega once again. Has to make a clutch save. Able to get in the corner. This ball out in the midfield. Dimitri can't find that touch. This one, bang down back into Venganza zone. LK, he's gonna bang it up. Opportunity. Ren off the backboard. It's dropping down and it's gonna touch overtime in game 5.
Oh, I thought that might be it. I thought that might be the moment that we see the absolute peak of Ren. Turns out he's still biding his time. But now another overtime, and this one for so much more than just another game. This is championship point. You cannot lose this. Last time it was the Bananas who got sent back into their zone and they lost it. They will not want that to happen again, but right now the storyline is repeating itself. They're struggling to get out of defense.
Yeah, can we see a back-to-back overtime win from Venganza, or will it be Bananas put themselves one win away? Dimitri off the backboard. LK and Ren double commit. This one dropping down, but not quite gonna go. He's out in the Venganza corner, but only for a moment. Drop back in. Ren with a nice touch, but Dimitri banging this one off the backboard. LK trying to get up to it. He does. Good read there by him. This one sent down to Shega back there. Kratos off the backboard to Shega with a huge bang. He was send it back. Ren was patiently waiting for that one as he bangs it right back in. But then on top of this one, does he have one more for us? No, not this time. To be shut down by Kratos as this one's sent away. And about a minute in merely, these two teams, the slugfest is real. They're firing so many good opportunities.
It is just so tense, and even though there hasn't really been a real dangerous threat, it feels like the balance hangs on a knife's edge. At any second, you could get that double touch, you could get that just solid shot to send it through, and that shot is all it takes. Venganza a little bit starved out now, but both teams are just biding their time, trying to wait for that perfect opportunity to take that shot and go all in. Sometimes it doesn't present itself. Sometimes you have to create that yourself. And that's what I'm looking for one of these teams to do.
Yeah, Bananas were trying to do it right there as they found that demo. It almost cost them a counterattack, but they were good to lock it down on the defensive end. Now 2 minutes going by here in overtime in game 5. The importance of this game, though crucial. Another backboard. I thought it might have been a miss, but Dimitri, he is very solid there, able to get that one away. It's Bananas who are starved here. Opportunity now for Venganza off the backboard. Oh my goodness, Ren, but it's Shega once again. The big man with the big block. He does it once more. And now Bananas on the attack. Kratos, this one out of the midfield to Shega, firing it back in, but not gonna go. And the defense barely from Teshega. He is stepping up.
It is just so close. I thought that was it. I thought that was it so many times. But it's never enough. The Bananas have held on for so long. They need to keep holding on even longer. It's off the backboard again. And every single time it seems like the boost has run out. There's no more flips. There's no one else to conjure up. Someone just appears and makes the miraculous saves. Venganza seem to have an edge, but at any point, the Bananas could be the ones taking this back.
Yeah, it does feel exactly like that. Is this one an opportunity? Dropping down, but on the goal line. Oh my goodness, Ren denies the goal there, the game winner, but not this time. As my goodness, I thought that was it again, just like you said, so many times. But yet these two teams hold it on tight, trying to get one win away from a championship. Zen off the backboard, but Kratos denies that one away. LK looking for the redirect. Use cheating out. Here comes Dimitri off the sidewall, looking for a double. This one, again, finding the follow, send it towards net. It's up to Kratos. He can't touch it. It goes through. Dimitri gives the win to the Bananas.
And Dimitri, he gets it. Just a straight shot, and it's run out. Kratos, he had plenty of boost. He gets the ghost touch, but he just misjudges the speed. Barely. It barely flies past him, but that's all it takes. The Bananas, they'll be the ones to reach championship point first, and they could be the ones to close it off.
Wow. Dimitri, what a reconnect there, and what a stat line from him. Nearly 2 goals, 3 saves. The man was doing it all there, trying to lead his team to this championship.
Oh my goodness. He really was. Almost 800 score, and impressive stats from pretty much everyone after a long, grueling overtime. You knew that someone was going to have to fold eventually. Unfortunately, in that moment, it was Venganza with that missed save. Some equally impressive plays for the game to even get to that point. But now it's Bananas going into the championship point with the momentum. And I'm kind of surprised here. Well, not that surprised. Titans are not known for taking breaks. But there's no timeout being called. Venganza just want to get right back into it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but at the same time, I'm not. Well, actually, I think I'm more surprised than I'm not surprised, merely because I mean that was such a close overtime. It almost went your way, but you know it just doesn't quite. And those are the ones that are super heartbreaking, you know, to your soul here, to your mental. But Venganza, you know, they must be feeling fine mentally here, not opting for the timeout, but instead they say play on merely. They say let's go to Forbidden Temple. Let's see some more chaos.
And if there was ever a place to find it, this is the one. So missing that pull off the backboard almost started us off. But there is a lot to be proved here, especially on the end of Venganza. They have to bring it to 7 before they can even think about closing this one out and taking the chip. And that is not going to be easy. This Bananas squad has been almost impossible to score on. Still, Forbidden Temple, you never know what's going to happen. You can never guess it. Let's see what is going to happen.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. Can Bananas close it off here in 6, or does Venganza have another miracle in him? Tashega back towards the net. Whoa, that ball a little bit too close to comfort, but he's able to get it away and clear it off to the side. This one, opportunity, the net is open, and Ren takes a pot shot. I'm not sure where the defense went.
And you know, defense or not, that is a great opening to spot. He sees there's no one guarding that top bottom right. In fact, there's no one guarding most of the net. I'm just going to take a shot as hard as I can. Puts it on target, and Venganza will take that first lead of game number 6. That's exactly the start they were looking for.
They couldn't have asked for a better one here early on in game 6. Put it in the back of the net. Give your team the chance to put the pressure on the opposite shoulders. It's now Bananas find themselves in a hole. This one up to the side. Tashega taken to the air, but Kratos cuts it off. Looking for a touch is Zen. He's going to get it through. As Ren now sending this one down back in the Banana zone. This ball popping up. Zen, though, off the backboard. He's going to have an opportunity for some control. Pushes it out. Looking for a flip reset. Goes underneath. Looking for another fake, maybe. Not quite going to go, but it's going to allow Dimitri to get back. No boost to work with. He's trying to go under, but Ren all over that one. These Bananas are starting to put onto pressure. Oh my goodness, Zen, he is trying to do it again. This ball is still dangerous. Opportunity for Zen. He's going to shoot it, but it's saved away. And right now, merely after that first goal, the Bananas are turning the tables and just going all out mechanics and all out bumps.
The assault has definitely ramped up significantly from the Bananas. Like you said, we are just seeing shot after shot, demo attempt. They are no longer interested in going back to their half at all. They just want to keep this ball on the side of Venganza. However, Venganza have successfully done nothing because Tashega snipes, and that is what I call cherry picking. A huge shot from the midfield.
And look at the power too on this one, perfectly placed with the speed into the back of the net. Tashega steps up once more. He sends it home, and I mean, merely now as we approach the halfway point, Venganza, they are the ones who have the pressure on them.
They definitely have the pressure to take this to Game 7. But both are definitely going to be dealing with a lot of nerves. For the Bananas, it seems like maybe just going all-out attack mode, that seems to relieve some of the nerves as they look so comfortable in that position.
Ooh.
But you can't let go of the nerves entirely or else things like this will happen. Ren on a runaway just runs the ball all the way down the field.
Yeah, and Bananas had a 3-on-1, but a demo is going to open up the space, and Ren sends it in. If you don't capitalize on that 3-on-1 merely, there is one man that'll make you pay. It is Ren again there. He sends it in, a massive answer.
And Ren, 1-on-3, 3-on-1, he doesn't care. That one almost going through as well. He's brought them back so many times, and he'll do it again and again. Ren keeping them in this game, keeping them ahead in this game, and keeping the dreams of Game 7 alive. 2 minutes left now, and Venganza just have to hold on. In fact, if they can get another one, that's even better. They are looking poised to send us there.
They are looking to send us to another Game 7. Could be our third championship to go to Game 7 merely. And they're trying to make it back-to-back here. But I mean, a massive answer. LK just catching the defense off guard. It's 3-1 in favor of Venganza. And it might be 4-1. It's Ren 1-on-1. But Dimitri, good to be the challenge there to get that one away. And Bananas got to try to find a quick answer here. 2 minutes remaining.
Let's not forget, this is the same team that earlier in the series were able to bring a 4-1 scoreline back to a 4-4, even 5-5. This is not a team that you can let up on at all. The Bananas have so much offense, so much potential for that scoring power. If you let off the gas just a little bit, they will punish you so consistently. But Venganza, they should have learned their lesson. Let's see if they can apply those same things as the pressure continues and continues to ramp up from Bananas.
Yeah, they're trying to do their best here to make it happen. But Venganza, they are looking to send us to 7 once more. Bananas, a little bit of a double commit. This one popped out over the top, looking for the 50, but Tashega, great save on the defensive end. This ball, huge opportunity for the angle, not quite gonna find it. This one sent off to the side, control taken. Quick reset underneath, got that one again, but not able to clear it out as we're down to it here. Under a minute remaining. Will we see Game 7? The Bananas need to find an answer with at least some time on the clock to try to give themselves a chance to close out the championship right here. This one into the corner, into the middle, and Kratos, he may have just found your dagger.
And that could be it. That could be Game 7 secured. The ball comes through. LK with a great 50. No boost even. Kratos neither. But in that position, you don't need boost. You just need to be in the right spot. Kratos once again finishing the touch. 4-1. We've seen them come back, but this is a new level from Venganza. And this is a even taller ask from the Bananas.
Yeah, it is here, and Bananas gonna need a Hail Mary miracle if they're gonna want to win in 6. Otherwise, we might just be destined for Champions Field again. As Kratos taking this one to the side, trying to buy some time. Bananas high off the backboard, dangerous ball, dropping down off the post, dropping in is Dimitri, and 18 seconds left. There might be some time.
Okay, last time they came back from a 4-1 lead, Dimitri was the person kind of leading the charge, but surely this time, 18 seconds is not enough. That's not enough time, right? We're going to Game 7, right?
Well, Forbidden Temple, I've seen some things. The Bananas trying to make it happen, this one dropping their zone, but Ren, he does not want to see any of those such things. He sends it in, the dagger.
There we go, the closer, he pulled it out, and Ren gets it past Tashega, 5-2. Now that should be insurmountable, and looking forward, I'm pretty hyped about this Game 7 we got here.
Yeah, I mean, this has been an insane Titan League season, and it's only fitting here that we might just go to 7 as Kratos sending one more in off the kickoff. Venganza, 6-2.
We might be going to 7 goals scored from Venganza in this game before we get to Game 7. I mean, save some of your kickoff stress for Game 5 at least. This is getting a little much.
Yeah, a little bit much here. Venganza really trying to pour it on. Maybe force the Bananas to think about using their tactical timeout. Both teams still have one to use. We saw that once before where 2 teams used it at the same exact time here. But this is gonna do it merely. We are heading to Game 7 in the Titan League Grand Finals, the most competitive season ever, the biggest prize pool ever, and why not go to the biggest Game 7 ever?
And we really could ask for a better ending to the season. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. Venganza coming back once again. It's been neck and neck the whole series. Neither team has really been able to develop an edge. It's been Banana's aggressive offensive playstyle, as well as their defense, which they can seem to switch between flawlessly. And same on Venganza's side. It really just feels like we're watching two grandmasters play chess. And right now they are on their way to a draw. Except there's no draws in Rocket League. One of these teams has to win, and we're about to find out coming up in the next game.
Yeah, and I mean, merely look at that shot department. Ren outshot Bananas combined there, 9 to 8, 17 shots coming through from Venganza, and I mean, merely it all comes down to this. I mean, who would have predicted this one coming here between these two teams? Well, maybe a lot of people with how the Titan League has been, but my goodness, merely Game 7 of the Titan League Grand Finals. Who is going to have the edge?
You know, it's so hard to say, but I got to go with my gut. I got to go with the people that I picked even 2 days ago, and it's got to be Venganza. I need Ren to step up here and show me what he's got. On the other side, I expect Zen is not going to go down without a fight. This is going to be a battle for the ages.
It is a battle for the ages here. Game 7, the last game of Season 10 for all the marbles, the biggest prize in Titan League history, and a championship is up for grabs here between Bananas and Venganza. And who will start off with the first goal? It's Bananas on the attack here, trying to take it down to Shega. 50, gonna control in the corner, trying to send this midfield, but okay, gonna be on top of that one. Dimitri pushing it back in, off to the corner. Ren circling, gonna take this one out, trying to send it down here. Ren into the midfield, trying to block that one. This one gonna fly off the ceiling. Opportunity for the Bananas, not gonna go. Ren trying to get back to it. Dimitri sending this one towards the net, but not gonna go. And Ren is gonna try to send this one out here. Okay, off the backboard, that one dangerous. And Kratos is gonna come in for Venganza.
Kratos, I mean, it doesn't matter who's passing him. If the ball goes in front of that net, he is scoring it. Zen, in such a tough spot, can't get the save that he needs. And Kratos putting that ball in the back of the net. Except now we're saying stop. Okay,
Yeah, they're calling for they're calling for a reset there. As well, that is very interesting. As we're gonna say we're gonna sort that out here in Game 7. And we are gonna get things. We're getting things reset here in a second after that DC. So, well, we are gonna have to back out of this merely. Well, I mean, it's how about some craziness to end off the season? As I mean, that was a little unexpected, but you know, still it happens.
Can we leave that? Can we leave that on Forbidden Temple? That's where the chaos happens.
That is where the chaos happens.
Champions Field is where the best plays of all time happens. We gotta get the script right, guys.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's work on that. But yeah, the disconnect and reset gonna come through. The goal still going to count there, but we're gonna have to get that one reset up to the correct score there merely. So bear with us for a second on that. But I mean, what are you seeing so far in this game number 7?
So that goal will count.
I believe so. We might have to look at the tape.
We need some referees.
We might have to go. We might have to head to the tape there for a second there. So we will hang tight and see. But yeah, we'll get this one right. We'll get this one right here.
Okay, yeah, we can wait and see for sure. I mean, off the bat, we didn't really get that much to work with in Game 7. Obviously, Kratos had a great shot to put in the back of the net that I don't believe was really affected by the disconnect, even if Ren had left before. It looked like he earned that goal all by himself. So it'll feel a little bit rough if that does end up getting taken away from him. Either way, now both of these teams have had a second to kind of breathe. They're not just hopping to the next game. That might give them the opportunity to clear their heads. And if there was ever a time to come out with the kickoff strats, I think now would be the time for Venganza.
Yeah, it might be the time for Venganza. I'm going to check the tape here. I believe the goal should count. It seemed like Ren disconnected well after that happened, barely. But we'll we'll check in. We'll check and see here. I'm looking right now to find out.
Yeah, and we'll get it figured
Yeah,
out. It
it will
seems like
count.
there's
It
a
will count.
consensus. Okay, so that one will count. That's good to know. It would kind of well, either way, it's an unfortunate situation, but it will be Venganza who managed to get the first goal of game number 7, and in kind of an anticlimactic way, we'll have to see it finish. I'm sure it won't be anticlimactic in there, but Venganza are going to have an early edge. Now the Bananas, we've seen them fight before to regain leads. Now they've had a little bit of time to simmer, and they are going to have to fight to regain a lead once again.
Yeah, definitely so. Is we're gonna try to get this one sorted out here for you, and we'll see if they are all good here to get this one. So we're gonna reset the score 1-0 Venganza, 4:19 remaining, and yeah, we'll just get it going merely, and it's a crazy it's a crazy way to get this one going. Looks like we have to reset the server one more time, but we will get it reset to 1-0 in favor of Venganza. So I mean, merely season 10, it was a season of competition and chaos, and it looks like we got one more hopefully one last bit of chaos going on here for this one.
The final seat controversy.
Controversy. I love that one.
Right. Get your pitchforks out, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Always.
get one aimed at Rocketman right now. Don't worry, I got your back.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, this is. I mean, it's really just a rough situation. No one likes to have these technical difficulties. No one wants the series to be interrupted by something like this, kind of killing off any momentum that either team had. Bananas might, at the end of the day, be a little bit grateful that Venganza don't get to go back to kickoff and immediately start punching away after getting the first goal of Game 7. I am really curious to see how they come out after a little bit of a long break, basically an extra long timeout.
Yeah, it definitely is. Both these teams didn't even use their timeouts, so they're kind of getting their timeout here. All right, we'll waiting for Venganza to test the ping, and then we will get this thing reset. So yeah, 4:19, 1-0 remaining. But yeah, really, this is unprecedented storylines here. Game 7 of the Titan League Grand Finals, disrupted by a little bit of a DC here. And they're gonna have to get it reset to 1-0. And after this little bit of break, like you mentioned, how do you try to regain mentally in this one?
Yeah, I mean, you really just got to look back in the series and try to feel the point that you felt best at. Bananas probably won't be feeling too great after having the championship point and giving up the following game. But you kind of just have to go in full confidence. If Bananas can go in honestly, just like they went in game 1, not a care in the world, full confidence, I think they're going to have a strong shot at this. And Venganza have to be prepared to counter Bananas' full strength. Because to be perfectly honest, out of everyone in the lobby, Ren and Zen look like the most unstoppable. But I would argue that Zen, when supported properly by Teshega's insane 50s and ability on the ball, is probably the scariest player in this lobby.
Definitely so. So what we're gonna do, folks, is we're gonna get this game reset here to the correct score on this one. So bear with us here as we do that. Correct score and the correct time. So we will have to wait a couple seconds, but these two teams will be able to join in on the kickoff at the correct time here. So hopefully all looks good. I'm gonna have to double check something real quick though. All right, there we go. We're looking good. So
Okay,
yeah,
don't
really.
let it roll in too fast.
Yeah, we'll sort it out a little bit chaotic here, but we will figure it out. So 4:19 will be the Venganza goal, and then they'll play from the kickoff there. So
Definitely going to be interesting to be starting the Game 7 decider for such high stakes on a 4:19 goal. Oh, and perfect timing by Rockerman. I mean, what a goal on that one. Absolute perfect placement at the timing to set up the 4:19 scoreline. Just, Ren said it best. Absolute cinema. Great shot, Rockerman.
this is why they hired me right there. We got it in the back of the net, and well, merely we're back to Game 7. Play on here, these two teams, as after all the chaos, all the delays here, they're back to Game 7. Venganza gonna go up 2-0 right off the bat. Kratos with a big shot.
Okay, was Kratos did he ever leave the game? Because he's right back. I mean, just off the backboard and through two defenders. A bit of an open backboard, but Venganza picking up right where they left off. And now up 2-0 early. This is dangerous for the Bananas.
This is very dangerous, but they might be able to find one here off the kickoff. Zen bumping into his teammate there, dribbling this one down. And a 2-0 lead early on for Venganza. They're trying to find their way to the championship. They won back in the first ever Titan League season in Season 2. Well, they have to find their way back here. And now merely Bananas, how do you respond, after that little bit of a break here and find yourself down 2-0? You got to find 2 goals quickly.
I mean, you just have to ignore that voice in your head that's doubting. You have to go full send. We know these guys have the ability to win. Ren might have the ability to double that. Not this time around. But we need to see those confident plays out of the Bananas. Those demos to open up space. And the mechanics from Teshega and Zen both need to put in some work here.
Yeah, definitely so. And it's time for them to step up. Who can step up on the Bananas? We've seen them be so mechanical, find each other so many times here in this series. But down 2-0, Venganza can try to control, try to play slow. They can try to shoot at this open net. It's Ren who sends it in.
And a third one for Venganza. This time Ren just takes it past one, takes it past everyone. And it's an open net he gets a chance to shoot at. Now 3-0. Bananas, if they're ever going to find a response, they have to find it right now.
Yeah, they're going to need to find something here off of this one. It's 3-0. It's a massive deficit. But do they have some magic here to end Season 10? A demo comes through. They've sent it down, but LK, he's racing back, able to take control. Teshega and Dimitri both going after this one. Teshega trying to body some players in the net there, but this one sent back. Opportunity. LK off the backboard.
Whoa.
LK! Oh my goodness, he almost hit that shot, but it's blocked away. That would have been absolutely peak from LK. But not meant to be. Bananas lucky to get away with that one. Is this one dropping down to Dimitri? Can be sent up to Shega versus Kratos. Trying to send it in, but not quite. As actually this one dropping down. Opportunity send, but it's denied away. LK makes a clutch save, and Venganza is holding on to their lead.
At less than half the game remaining now, Bananas still not able to find anything. They are being pushed back. They are almost being double tapped on by the GM of the org they're facing. They are facing down the barrel of losing this championship and getting that runner-up spot. 2 minutes left, and that's a huge demo. They need to find more plays like that. They need to create this space and find a way to score 3, or else it is all over.
It could be over for the Bananas. They need to find something, and they need to find it now. Minute 53, down by 3 goals. Dimitri trying to control, trying to send it in. It's in the midfield, but LK just able to get it out as the Bananas forced to race back. This one can be in their corner, avoiding the demo is Zen. But Ren is way down the wall. This one 50 down. LK dropping it back in off the backboard. This one cleared away. But the time ticking away from Bananas. They're panicking, trying to get it out for Venganza. They just have to play time. They just have to play smart with this lead merely. They just got to hold on.
And only 1 minute left before they can call themselves the champions of the biggest Titan season ever, the biggest Nemesis season ever. But that might feel like the longest minute of their lives. Here comes Zen, no boost to work with, and he can't get it quite up. The Bananas just can't put anything together. They are at the mercy of Venganza, and after such a close series, Venganza have grabbed hold and will not let go.
Yeah, game 7 here, they have locked it down, and the time is ticking away from the Banana season. They're running out of boost. They're running out of opportunities here. Trying to drop this one down. Dimitri taking to the skies, trying to 50 this one through. Off the ceiling. Bump comes through, but Ren still finds a way to connect. As they're down to 40 seconds now. Zen popping it up, looking for any sort of teammate there. This one to the corner. Dimitri dropping it down, looking to stay with. What is Ren? Clearing it away again. He bangs it down towards the open net. Can he finish it off? The demo, the dunk. He does it. Ren with the dagger.
And who else but Ren, the sidewall double and the dunk to finish it off. He has absolutely torn apart Bananas with the rest of this Venganza squad in Game 7. And it is looking like a surefire thing. Victory Org might just take their second championship of the night.
Yeah, they may have done it, and of course Ren, he's gonna get a bump onto Shega, who bodied him earlier, but Dimitri, he's gonna find one back, but it might be a little bit too late.
Okay, I don't know if there's enough copium in the world to say that this could potentially be brought back, but 6 seconds per goal, technically, mathematically, it is possible, although very unlikely.
Yeah, very unlikely, but this ball dropping down, dangerous for Randy. Can't find the touchdown. No,
Oh.
he can't hit it though. That one was their opportunity, but it has gone to waste, and it has gone to Venganza, who have done it for the first time since season number 2. Venganza are your Titan League champions.
Oh my goodness, and what a way to close it out. Absolutely dominant Game 7. Congratulations to the Victory Org. Congratulations to Venganza. These 3 players, Red, Kratos, and LK, putting it all on the line and more than deserving of this championship. A huge victory for them, the Victory Org, and everyone involved. Give it up for Venganza, your Season 10 champions.
Yeah, Venganza, they have done it, and my goodness, they took us to Game 7 there, the third one of the night, and another win there, like you mentioned, for the Victory Org merely, who are racking up those championships now. A big props to them, and I mean, my goodness, what a performance there by them. Ren definitely locked it in there. I mean, that Kratos double merely, it just seemed like at that point, it almost seemed like the dagger there.
Yeah, that was such a way to set the tone coming back from the break. I mean, I was saying that the Bananas needed to show the form from their game 1, but Venganza brought out a new form that we hadn't even seen from them up until that point. It was like they were just building up, and that explosion was far too much for the Bananas to handle at the end. I mean, they fought valiantly. It was an incredibly close series, all things considered, but Venganza overpowering them in the end and snatching that win away from them.
Yeah, I mean, what a series merely, and what a season. Congratulations to Venganza. Congratulations to all these teams. It's been kind of crazy. Maybe we can get a quick little interview in. I think we might be able to get LK in here to talk about some things. So bear with us for a second as we try to hunt down that man.
We'll see. We'll see. He can be quite elusive. Hopefully, we can find him. Steal just a few minutes of his time.
I think I see him in the waiting room merely, so I think we can get him on in here. I'm just getting this thing set up, and why don't we talk to the man right here? Let's bring him into the booth right here, Mr. LK, the rookie GM. You have done it, my man. You guys have won the Titan League, the biggest prize pool in Nemesis history. How are you feeling right now?
Bro, I feel good. Good. I'm a little nervous still. I can't lie.
Hey, well, you did a great job, man. I mean, you guys in that series played your hearts out, forced it to Game 7 there. I mean, what were you thinking coming into this series? You guys obviously, seeding, you guys were the underdogs, but like, what were you guys feeling coming into this grand final series?
Like, I mean, I was pretty confident. Obviously, you kind of have to be with these 2 players on your team, so I was like, yeah, all right, yeah. I mean, we can for sure win, but it was just like hats off to my teammates, man. Holy, these guys are insane. Like, I just kind of sat back, played a little support, and was just like, all right, boys, y'all take, Oh, I was very confident, but I knew that we could win if we played our game.
Yeah, you guys did just that. I mean, you played your game about to as perfect as you could, especially in game number 7 there. Just running away with it. What I want to ask you actually is from the start of game 1, I mean, moving throughout the entire series, it was just back and forth, and you never really, from the perspective of the viewer, you never really knew who was going to come out and talk. How did you guys manage to keep up, I mean, your mental energy throughout all of that, trying to keep the vibes up? Were there dips and peaks, or was it just kind of like, we have to lock in, we have to ignore all of these emotions that we want to feel and just stay focused?
One of the moments, it was when there was twice that we lagged or something at on a I whiffed a kickoff or something because when I went to flip, it messed my flip up or something. You know how it weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it did that one time. That was kind of a little weird, and then Crate had a ghost touch where it was one of the freest. A player like him is not gonna miss that type of thing.
That save, yep.
Yeah, and like that kind of like brought us down a little bit. But other than that, bro, like we was like I was just I was in awe, bro. They didn't even budge with mental. They were just on top of it. They were like, all right, boys, come on, bring it back. I was like, damn, okay.
And that helps to keep you in the flow state as well, I'm sure. When
Oh
you're
yeah,
seeing them,
absolutely.
they're not reacting at all. If they're confident, you're confident, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, these boys are like, hear me, put me on their back and just take me all the way. I don't think I played too bad, but they definitely played well. So
Yes, definitely. You guys definitely played outstanding. And one final question from me, LK. Kind of bringing it back to the season as a whole. Like I said, rookie GM, able to get the championship as a player, but also as the GM. What was it like this season with your teams, and how are you feeling bringing home two championships to the Victory Org?
I'm so proud of Venom, dude. They shut them like, no, Fort. I love Fort, bro. Like, but they shut that team down so well. I was like shocked. I can't lie. The last time they played, it went to like game 5 or something, like in regular season, and then my team ended up winning. But like, I wasn't expecting a like that disrespectful of a series. Like, I'm so proud of those boys. And then like with this, it like, oof, it was just crazy, man. Game 7, bro. Oof, it was irking my nerve.
Oh, I
I was
bet.
like, oh.
I bet, man. I bet. It was a crazy series. Appreciate you guys giving us the content and participating this season. And yeah, man, congratulations. Go celebrate with the boys.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Alrighty, Mirrorly. Well, that is going to wrap it up. And Gonza, the champions of the Titan League, the biggest season in Nemesis history, prize pool wise, is officially coming to an end.
And what a way to wrap it up. I mean, back-to-back game 7s. Holy moly. I'm going to have to lie down for a long time after this one. Some incredible Rocket League tonight and in the entire season. Some amazing storylines, some winners, some people who were not so fortunate, and all in all, just some all-around fun experiences. Thank you for everyone to showing up, and thank you to you guys all for competing, because you're the main reason we do this. Without you guys, we wouldn't even have a league. So keep grinding Rocket League, and who knows, maybe we'll see some of you guys up here game 7 Titan League Grand Finals next season.
Yeah, maybe so. And yeah, I just gotta give one big wrap up to the season here. It's been a crazy season, all things considered. Season 10. I mean, it's almost been 5 years since this Discord was created and since this league kind of came to fruition. So it's always good to see it continue to grow. I mean, this Titan League was so competitive this season. All the leagues really were super competitive. We had a lot of great players, a lot of great teams. It was definitely a lot of fun and the biggest prize pool ever going out there. And once again, I gotta appreciate everyone here that's helped us out this season. There were a lot of good names. I'm sure I'm not gonna be able to get through them all, but I will try my best to thank all the people that have helped us out here. First, gotta shout out the management team, DJD, Mallow, Ruthie, stepping up big this season and helping me out in a lot of ways this season. We've dealt with a lot of things as management, and they've definitely helped out. And huge shout out to all the team leads there, especially Kareem, the streaming lead, did a lot of work on the streaming end this season. Without Kareem, there wouldn't have been nearly as many streams as we had this season. So huge shout out to Kareem as well. Also shout out to our other team leads as well. We got Mealy, Cozy Boy, Dan out there as team leads. Thank you guys for helping. Thanks to all the staff here. I'm not going to get every single one, but thank you to the staff and the commentators for putting their time in and week out. We really appreciate you guys. And last of all, thank you guys to the viewers, to the fans, to the players, to everyone. Without you guys, like Merely said, we wouldn't have this league. So thank you all very much for supporting. It's been a great season. We're going to be getting to season 11, the first ever full reset. Everyone's going back to the drafts there. More details on that to come. But merely, it was a great season, and there's still a lot of great stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, I think it got leaked that the draft is tomorrow, right?
Oh. Well, surprise. See you tomorrow.
Just kidding. Not that quickly.
No.
I wish. I'm excited to get back into some Rocket League. But yeah, you said just about everything that I could say summarized up as well. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to where Nemesis is head in the future with you at the helm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't wait to see what we can do in season 11. Hopefully, we continue to grow here. Make sure you guys let your friends know, get them involved. Hopefully, we can make season 11 our biggest season yet with that full reset. I know it's going to be crazy. I know it's going to be hype. We'll see if we can keep the action going. We definitely will here. So once again, thank you everyone. That is going to wrap it up for the night here for the season number 10 officially in the books. Congratulations once again to everyone, and thank you all to the viewers. We couldn't do without you guys. Everyone, take care, and we'll see you guys in season 11.